All right, welcome back, folks. We are continuing with Master of Magic here. This is the 1995 game. Um, we got started 2 weeks ago, if you're watching this live, and then I was away on work travel. Let's go ahead and pick up. I did take a quick look at what the heck was going on because I had trouble remembering. And yeah, we had a really successful initial session. We are playing as Montezuma of Life Magic. He's Alchemy plus 10 life books if you're picking this up by accident, like just randomly. So, one thing that I did want to respond to is we went the whole last session. We never got a single hero to pop up. And I did see in some of the comments on the last video, people pointed out because we have 10 fame because we're running the Just Cause spell, we actually can attract like the second tier of heroes. So in order to make sure we have enough money to recruit a hero, we actually have to stay over 200 gold, not 100. So we probably just accidentally missed a hero at some point because we need to make sure we're over 200 gold, not over 100 gold. But anyway, yeah, we had a successful session. We took over these two halfling towns, which we're working on building up right now. I have a shipwrights guild going here because I'm going to need ships. And then I'll probably need some more yeah, I need running some temples at the moment. Give us some additional mana generation. This town's still just getting started. We just planted this town and this town and this town. These are all brand new. I need to buy the builder. So I literally just planted this one. But the other thing I was doing is I had my units right here. I was going to try to get 2 more slingers, and then I was going to attack this this magic node and hopefully take it over. I think if we have 4 slingers, we can take that over without too much trouble. One mistake I did make that was pointed out by people is even though there's a mithril resource here, which is going to be fantastic for building slingers down the road, you don't get the benefit of the mithril ore until you build an alchemist guild. So I can rush by a slinger out of here, but it's not going to get the +1 attack and defense until I have an alchemist guild, which is much further down the road. So we're gonna stay over 200 gold, and in fact, because of that, I'm gonna stop spending so much on mana. I'm gonna go to neutral generation, so I can build up my gold a little bit faster. This way, now I'm net neutral on mana, and I'll be able to get more gold. Because I need to rush by a builder's hall and I need to rush by a granary here. I always try to do those 2 buildings to get new cities started, and then I want to rush by 2 slingers, and all that stuff's expensive. So yeah. All right, Shipbuilders Guild, and we still haven't even done like libraries yet, which are pretty cheap to do. The Miners Guild will be fantastic, but that's expensive at 300. So we're gonna go ahead and build the Tareem. And I'm actually, I don't need to do this particularly fast. I'm fine to do a slow 5-turn build there. All right, build the road. Oh yeah, and I have scouts out exploring. We're slowly defogging. I think we've gotten all the major land masses, but we might as well keep exploring. There might be another island out here somewhere. And then we would like to get over to the other plane at some point too. Now, I don't have any spells that can, I don't have like planar shift yet, do I? No, so I can't get over to the other plane just yet, but I'll be able to. But for the meantime, we're also exploring. Now, do we really need to explore Antarctica? Not really. But I'm down here, so I might as well clear it out. All right, so 300 gold. Let's see. So we can buy the Builder's Hall, obviously not for 177. We can get it a little bit cheaper by doing some swapping around, but I think I need 1 more turn's worth of gold before I can get that Builder's Hall. Again, pretty slow game at the moment, which is perfectly fine with me. All right, so we got that connected. Now let's try to get a road connection. Let's see, where do we want to build the road? If we go here, we can then connect to here and then over to here. So we'll go northwest first. Oh, another little detail. This is a little thing. You can, if you cast the endurance spell on a builder, they actually build at double the speed. So I might do that. I had forgotten that that's like a little trick you can do. That'll increase my mana upkeep, but if I can take this, I'll get some more mana, so that's probably worthwhile to do, so I can build the roads faster. Anyway, all right, so Builder's Hall. Do this the cheap way. So first we buy the spear, and then the barracks, and then the Builder's Hall. All right, and see, we're still over the 200 gold that we wanted to have. And so now we'll do the granary. And then as soon as we have that, yeah, we can probably get that done sooner if I'm willing to spend that extra mana. Well, let's get the node, and then maybe I can have that. Also, we were apparently on some slow builds everywhere because I haven't been finishing much of anything recently. All right. We need one more turn to do the granary so we don't pay the swapping cost. I mean, I could buy it right now, but see, it's 160. I can get it for cheaper than that if I wait a turn. Oh, we actually, interesting. Why are we +2? Oh, I was like, why do we get to +2 mana? One of these units must have gotten to 100. Yep. See these guys? They hit 120 XP naturally. So now we no longer have to pay the money for their enchantment, which is super nice. And these guys are going to hit it in a couple turns anyway, too. Okay, you know what that means? We'll just go ahead and cast. This is the +1 movement. Yep. We'll just go ahead and use this on our engineers, because why not? Oh, cool, we gained some pop. Alrighty. Yeah, we're just slowly defogging the map. We actually have some extra food now, so we can presumably speed something. Oh, we have an unhappy halfling in here. Well, let's go ahead and swap to this then. Because we need to get that citizen pacified. And I don't think we can speed this up. No, we can't. I was going to say maybe we can speed up. Yeah. So, yeah, when they hit, what is it? When they hit size 7, they need the happiness building, basically. All right, we already are running max food there. We actually have some more food freed up here. We have a little bit more food headroom, so we can turn more of these guys into production. These halflings are getting us lots of food there. And, okay, here. Granary. Same thing. Spear. I wish I could build a sword, but I can't. Barracks. And it does actually save you a little money by doing this. Alright, only 20 gold to finish that. So we're still over 200 gold. Spells. There we go. Alright, now you can just work on... what do we need? We need this because this gets us to the marketplace. This just increases the growth rate so much. You really want it. You really want to get the Builder's Hall Granary combo up as fast as possible. Alright, and here. I'll see if they can one-turn this. And we need to get a little bit more magic, so use alchemy. All right, so how much is it going to cost for these slingers? Now, unfortunately, they cost 100. So at best, we can get them for about 250. The rush buy cost is, if you have nothing in the box, it's 4 times the cost. If you have less than half in the box but more than 0, it's 3 times cost. And if you have more than half, it's 2 times cost. So we can probably get this for 200 to 300-ish, which won't be that much longer. As I said, a lot of cities are just on like slow builds. Yeah, see, this is why I had the capital building a temple, because I knew at size 9 it was going to get another unhappy face. So we should get another one probably at size 11, but hopefully we'll be getting more magic by that point in time to help us deal with those effects. All right. So can we build this in 1 turn? Okay, we can build this in 1 turn. I'm not going to spend add another spell, but I probably want to have the extra movement point on all 3 so they can just move faster along the roads. Anyway, because like they can move 4 turns. Oh, there's something else over there. They can move 4 tiles along roads if they have the extra speed. again, we're going to get the elite status on this guy. Not this guy. This guy, like literally next turn, because you always get 1 XP per turn. And then these slingers aren't far off from having natural elite status either, not just from heroism. All right. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and endurance the last one too. All right. What's over here? Ah, somebody's city. Is this? It's a new wizard we haven't met before. Ariel. She's white magic too, isn't she? Yeah, we might be able to trade with her. Another white wizard. Summoning circle? Sure. Detect magic. Sure. Anything else? Cool. Great. Now we get to research something else. Okay. Let's do, let's see, out of these different options, let's do plane shift, because I would like to, that would be a way to get access to the other plane. It's actually not very expensive either. And she loves us because white wizards with white magic like wizards that also have white magic. So we have pretty good terms with 2 of these. And then this guy, Rajak, is we'll have to deal with. So yeah, we're going to be settling over here and then making a push towards Rajak. The other AIs seem pretty feeble on this map. Can halflings build the alchemist? I believe that they can build alchemists. Yeah, not every building is available. Not every building is available to every race in this game. All right. I don't think I have quite enough for the slingers yet because I'm expecting it to cost around 250. So let's get to like 450-ish. Oh, and mana, we can dial this down. Again, I'm continuing to put more points in skill. I want to get my skill up. I haven't done any research at all yet, which again, I'm fine with. I don't really need more spells at the moment. Hi there. The green eyes on the little gargoyles means we have good relations. All right. Town of Revenge. All right. So that gives us... So completing the temple gives us 2 additional magic power. The game calls it mana, but it's really magic power. And it also makes another person happy. So that's good. All right. Now we could do... Let's do the library. It's pretty cheap. Libraries always give you... And the other research buildings, they give you a flat amount of research points per turn. Could also do the Forest Guild, which would be really nice. Increase production, but it's also like triple the cost. So let's just do the library quickly. Oh, we can almost 2-turn this, but we can't quite. So we'll 3-turn it. Get a little research, passive research income going. Then I'll probably do the Foresters Guild. So anyway, my cities are like basically in econ mode right now. I'm like not gearing up for fighting or anything. And the shrine will be done next turn here. We have some food. There's some extra food leeway here, so we might as well... Yeah, we have 4 food. We're floating as a surplus, so we might as well turn these guys. Get a little bit up. That's too much, apparently. There we go. All right, and we should be able to build this in 1 turn. That stack should now be able to build anything in, like, 1 turn. Okay. Is this an outpost? No, this is an actual town. Now, the AI does not like it if you end a turn next to one of their cities, and I'll do what I can to preserve relations for the moment, because I wouldn't mind trading with her if I can. All right, we can rush a slinger on the next turn. We'll do that next turn just to make sure we have enough. And this city was almost done with the temple, too. Another city. See, once again, unhappy at size 9, I had the temple completing just in time. Hooray! And we also get more mana. We get more magic power from that as well. So right now our power base is 25. And it'll go to 27 next turn. Yay! We got a hero! Woo! We actually got a hero! All right. Greyfarer the Druid. He's a caster. He also has scouting, so he can see things further away. He can purify. That's nice. Now, this guy has a ranged attack, which is great. A ranged attack of 8 is pretty nice. The downside is he only has 5 health, so we have to be very careful to keep this guy alive. He also has the caster trait, which allows him to cast spells in combat. Yay! All right. Let's hire that guy. Oh, we get to name him. I throw this open on the chat. You guys get to name this druid. He's got like a little woad tattoo on his face. I'll give it a little bit on stream for people to come up with a name for, because Greyfarer is kind of a silly name. Cadwallon? Sula? Let's do Cortez, because we're Montezuma. All right, so we finished that. Very nice. This is actually the place where we want to get, we until we get the Alchemist guild up. All right, so we probably should get slingers out of here. Anyway, let's do the library because that's pretty cheap. Halflings can build all the religious buildings. They can build, what is it, Shrine, Temple, Parthenon, Cathedral. The cathedral, this one gives you 3 mana, and then the Parthenon gives, or the Cathedral gives you 4 mana. So if you build all of them, you get 10 magic power from a city. But for right now, we'll do the library, and then we can do the Sages Guild, which then I believe unlocks the Alchemist. Anyway, let's see. We can't do it in 2 turns, so we'll just do the 3-turn library. And then we'll at least be getting some passive income. All right, another place where we're reasonably happy. Let's do the same thing. Same thing. We'll do the library here. Oh, we should do the salt. Never mind. We should do the sawmill. So this is 100. I don't think we have enough food leeway for that, but we can set this back to all farmers because we're going to be rush buying. Hey, we actually have some extra mana now. That's nice. I'll let us dial that down. Again, we're continuing to pump skill. And note that it now says casting skill 4037. What this means is if your hero who is a caster is in your tower, you add half of their casting skill to yours, which is super nice. Anyway, first thing we're going to do is we're going to heroism that guy. That means we're going to need to alchemy more stuff over here, which is going to slightly delay. And I'm going to move this guy up to the front lines because we can increase his level. All right. But, I mean, we're getting roads built, so that'll make things easier. Okay. All right, and then we'll find a new spot for you. Cool. Oh, we have that staff. Yes, yes, we do. Thank you for reminding me of that. That is under... Items are listed under armies, oddly. Yeah, this is a very good staff. Yes. Oh my god. I could have just handed this before moving him and not cost myself 20 mana, so that was dumb. Now look at this. +4 attack, +2 defense. Gives him a doom spell. And then +3 attack strength. So like, look at that. We literally like doubled his attack right here. He went from 8 to 15. Holy cow, this guy hits hard. Problem is he only has 5 HP. So, yeah. Only has 5 HP, so we can't use him in anything that has like a ranged effect. We cannot put him in combat. Alright, so where do I want this to go? Honestly, where I think I want you to go, Magic Spirit, is I want you to go towards that node, because I think that I'm going to be able to conquer that pretty soon. Wait, what happened to all my magic? Oh, did I? I used my magic in the wrong direction, didn't I? I had no magic points. That's why I didn't finish the heroism spell. I had no magic to cast on it. Okay. Alright. Good, good, good. I ran out of magic points there. Anyway, so we will just automatically give him two additional levels for free when this heroism spell completes. All right, I think if I cast that and get the slingers out, I'm going to stay over the 200 gold again. Now, the odds drop much lower to get the second hero out once you already have one, but we still are going to try to stay over 200 gold for that same reason. Luck bug. All right, so we got the library done. Next up, let's do the Foresters Guild. So we have the Sages Guild that gives us 3 research points. That unlocks Alchemist Guild and University. Some good stuff there. But the Foresters Guild increases, again, has nothing to do with forest. It increases production by 25% and gives us 2 flat food. So this is a very good building to have done. Let's see. Okay, it's 9 turns regardless. So yeah, we definitely want this because if we go here, it's 11 turns. So we'll stay here. And the only reason we can build that is there's a forest. There must be a forest tile in the city's radius to be able to construct the Sawmill and Foresters Guild. Similarly, there has to be a hill in order to do the Miners Guild. So that's stuff to keep in mind when you're doing city placement. All right. Yes, on Cortez. Very nice. So now he has 8 health. And he now has 18 attack. Oh my god. He has 18 attack. All right, Cortez. Yeah, I think if I get one more slinger out, that'll be enough to take this over now. Well, we're now negative on food, but we can solve that. Okay. Oh, they're still... all right, let's have you wait. See, by having them wait, now the road is actually finished. As silly as that sounds, now the road's done. All right. Because the road does not get completed until they take their turn. Oh, shoot, I ended my... I'm not going to reload. I'm not saving it every turn or anything. All right. Anyway, you can join with the rest of the group here. Patrol, and then... All right, we need to adjust so that we're not in food deficit, and also so we are not in mana deficit. There we go. So note, now we always get 2 research points every turn, no matter what. So you can see it will take 175 turns to research plane shift, but it'll take less time than that, obviously, because we're going to finish more stuff. All right, sawmill, we might have to adjust that. Okay, here, never mind. Here we can adjust to get some additional food. There we go. That'll get us more food. Have another library done. And I think we can rush by the slingers. It's 237, but we can adjust. We can do like rush buying tricks to make it a little cheaper. Probably can get it for about 150-ish. All right, library done. I mean, we could do another. We could do more. Oh no, we actually. This is not a place we can do more of these. Wasn't this the city that built my slingers? Or is that the other one? Like, it must have been the other one because this doesn't have. This one can't do slingers. All right, anyway, so yeah, we don't need the Parthenon yet, so we'll do the Sages Guild for another +3. All right, now we would like to, since this costs 120, if we could get it to 20, that would be good. But we're going to be low in food deficit for sure now. I can probably adjust. Anyway, this guy is making his way up to merge with that node, hopefully. Only -1 food. We can adjust around that. All right, here. All right, how many shields do we have in the box? About 22. So let's see. The sword we can buy. That gets us to 30. What else do we have? Settler, we're at 30 right now. So we can do the library. We're at half of the library. That gets us to 60. And then the slingers, this will get us the rest of the way. 80 gold. We need a... not quite. And we'll do one more turn. We'll rush by the slingers next turn. Here, though, we can go down. Just one turn. That'll work. Yeah, I didn't want to adjust that. Okay. And then down here, when this sawmill finishes... Oh, never mind. We can adjust the sawmill there. Again, the game does favor doing a lot of micro because there's no production overflow. It's not worth... I don't do this for every city every turn, but like you can do a lot of that stuff. As soon as this is done, the sawmill, we're going to build the terreme. In fact, actually, I should probably do the terreme now because I'm going to need 2 terremes, I think, to ferry these units across, and I need to start moving it. So let's actually change our build. We'll do the terreme this turn, which is still going to finish. Because I want to have the terreme ready to go, and I'll probably give it the +1 movement spell as well, because they by default I think only have 2 movement. It's either 2 or 3. But anyway, we were gonna get this up here, and then I'll probably do another settler out of one of these cities too shortly. Maybe I'll get one out of little Tokyo here, because we're gonna start. We want to start colonizing this area over here. This is not the greatest lands, but I could put a city here, and that's probably the best immediate spot. If I put it here, if I put it here, 1, 2. If I put it here, though, it'll actually have a hill tile, and it can build a miners guild later on. 1, 2. Yeah, actually, it should go here, because then it has a forest, and it can do a miners guild as well down the road. And then we want to get over here. We can definitely defeat these giant spiders too. And then we can kill the giant spiders and then fight the doom bats. We'll get cities and we'll take these nodes. And basically we're just going to start trying to take over this. Oh, apparently, wait, didn't this guy have 3 settlements? He must have lost one to, he must have lost one of his settlements to a, like, barbarian unit, or this game's equivalent of that, something like that. But yeah, let's gain control of here and maybe take this, and then maybe we can come down here and start colonizing this island. The AI is just, like, not really expanding. They do struggle a bit to expand off their starting islands. And, like, there's more good land down here, too. Yep, that's right. Doom is very powerful. Always does 10 damage no matter what. Very, very, very powerful spell. Because it always hits. And there's no resisting. Okay, we finished that. Let's get a road on this tile now, too. Cool. Alright, this Tarim. How much movement do they have? Yeah, they only have 2 movement, so getting 3 is a pretty nice bonus. I mean, it costs 1 magic point. It's like, whatever. However, I will not get that extra magic, that extra movement until next turn. What else do you need? Actually, we can do the transmuting next turn. This turn, let's get that slinger. Yeah, and then next turn we can do that transmuting. Okay, meanwhile... Yep, you are working your way towards that node. I could cast the faster movement speed on that guy too, but it doesn't seem worthwhile. Okay, and then we cast endurance, or heroism on that upcoming slinger. And I swear we're going to get more mana from taking this over. It was also, by the way, now we get 5 research points per turn, just innately. Because we built some of those libraries. So we're not really increasing our casting skill very quickly. We're actually spending a lot. We're spending 18 just to maintain our current spells. That only leaves 10, 10 available for actual stuff. But, yeah. We're just staying over that 200 gold so we can hire a hero if one would pop up. You can see heroes are very nice, especially when you have a spell like this. All right, 1, 2, 3. Here's our new halfling. So we're going to convert like 100, because that lets us stay over. Oh, that was too much. Got to go the other way. Power to gold. There we go. Now we're over the 200 mark. Now we need to cast... where is it? Heroism on this guy. I'll have it next turn. Alright, so these guys are done. Building those roads. Let's see. So where do we want road? I think we want a road like right here. By the way, you might have noticed what happened. Why did those guys end their turn? Well, they moved onto the same tile as a slinger whose turn was over it. That actually ended their movement for the turn. Yeah, this game is pretty brutal in that respect. But that ended their movement for the turn because they went onto the same tile as a group that couldn't move any more steps. All right, I'm just going to have you sit here for a turn. Well, actually, no, there can't be another city. Oh, there's a settler there. Oh, we should have done the bar graph comparison. So Freya is apparently the highest on these rankings. And then here, look, so her magic power is higher than ours, but that's not much to say right now. The AI gets a lot of cheats. On Impossible, they all have, like, some pretty crazy stats. More important thing is just who's getting, like, more cities down on the map. So I guess Freya has 4 to our 6 right now. But there's still definitely... I mean, she'll take these neutral ones eventually. And then, yeah, as I said, we're gonna try to take this humongous continent for ourselves and go from there. All right, farmers market. This is this little one, Tokyo, is coming along nicely. Too bad we have that Godzilla right next to it. All right. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted. See, I gotta separate the game auto groups units together. I mean, I can build that in 1 turn, so they might as well road that next turn. All right. This looks a lot like Civ 1. I agree. It's Master of Magic. Oops, other way around. Which is, it's heavily influenced by the original Civilization game. I said it's kind of a combination of three things. I said this last time. It's the original civilization, plus a lot of mechanics from Master of Orion, plus Magic the Gathering, especially Magic the Gathering circa like 1995 when this game came out. Very heavily inspired by all three of them. It's a fun mishmash of the three. Okay, so you finished. So where do I want to get a settler from? Which one of these? I don't suppose I can dial down, no. Let's get the settler out of here. You're on an awkward amount, but we'll get the settler out of there. I do want the farmer's market, but the settler's not bad. I actually want to, I'll probably do settlers from both of these because I do want them. And I don't need halfling. The halfling settlers are 50% more expensive. I'm fine with just humans. There's no particular reason to need halflings over there. All right. Wait, did we still not finish our heroism spell? I guess we ran out of magic points before, so we need one more turn. Heroism is an expensive spell. It actually, yeah. It actually costs 100 magic. I just get a 30% discount because I have 10 life books. All right, so you're up here ready to move units. Oh, and we can, I guess I'll ferry this army over first. There's probably more cities on this island. She seems to have spawned on a really small island, so it sucks to be her. Anyway, we got the magic spirit coming in. First we'll ferry the army over, and then they can head over and start killing things. We may need to build another slinger as well, but I need to get that terrain done first. Yeah, I might have to do another slinger. We'll see. I might lose the slinger, basically. I would also like to upgrade. So, like, my frontline units right now are swords, which are, like, okay, but I'd really like to replace them with pikes, which are a much better frontline unit. And I could build them if I went for... I'd have to do the armory and then the fighters guild to be able to do pikes. They are actually a human unique unit. But anyway, for the time being, Forester's Guild is great. That's a good econ building. Okay. We should be able to take this over, unless this combat goes horribly wrong. Everyone else already has this enchantment. Alrighty. We'll save the game. Please don't hit load by accident and have to redo all of this. Really nice that these guys can move and build a road on the same turn. By the way, the magic spirit flies, so it doesn't use roads. Anyway, there's also a... Okay. There are some units from Aereo here. I don't think she's going to attack me, though, because we have good relations. We're at peaceful, which is as high as relations can go in this game. So it seems less likely that we'd get attacked. Anyway. Alright. Yeah, so we'll just hit done, and then we got to go to this... Well... As we continue to defog. Alright. Again, we will be getting more mana here shortly if we take this over, as I think we are going to do. And then if we're able to take over these two magic nodes, that would be nice as well. Looks like Rajak also just planted a new outpost up here. So if we could get over there, we could potentially take that over. Actually, maybe we should... You know what? Maybe I should go grab that and go take this very, very isolated... I mean, it's Clacon based, which is a shame, but... Because, like, I was thinking of taking over this area first, but maybe I should just go grab this spot up here and stop him from taking over. No, that's one of the other wizards. He hates us because he specializes in death magic, and we do life magic. So, of course, he hates us. Alright, anyway, though. Our stack. Alright, now this is a magic node. So when you're in the magic nodes, your spells have a chance to fizzle unless they're a certain type. This is a chaos node, so chaos spells function normally. White magic spells are unlikely to work here. So the way the formula works is this costs 11 magic points. you take the cost of the spell, which is 11, and then that's the numerator. The denominator is 50 plus the cost of the spell. So for a healing spell to work in here, we'd have to succeed on a dice roll of 11 over 61. 11 divided by 50 plus 11. So that's like it's like 20% odds, basically. More expensive spells are more likely to succeed, but like all my spells are pretty cheap. Bless would only have 4 out of 54 odds to succeed. That's like a 8% dice roll. So it's not really worthwhile to cast spells in here. The odds of them succeeding are very low. Anyway, we're mostly just going to stand in place and try to kill these things. The Hellhounds actually do quite a bit of damage because they have Fire Breath. This allows them to attack. Basically, they get an attack in before the defender can fight back. But these guys are relatively easy. They don't have that much armor. They don't have that much health. The Gargoyles do not deal that much damage. They do a little bit more, but they have much higher defense. They have 10 defense. So, and they also have +1 hit. So the Gargoyles, we kind of want to kill the Hellhounds first, whereas the Gargoyles are, like, not as dangerous. Anyway, I'm going to stand in place with these guys. Now the halflings, their attacks are less accurate the further away they are. That said, they do get a lot of hits. They have +2 to hit, plus they have lucky, which adds another +1 to hit. The base to hit is 30%. Well, they get another 30%, so they have 60% odds to hit. And they are getting a lot of attacks in, so they're likely to hit. There is a penalty for distance. If you're within 2 tiles or less is no penalty. It's 3 to 5 is -10%, and then 6 or more is -20%. But we're just going to try to hit these things and kill them before they can get closer. And that unit is effectively dead. So, I guess I'll finish it off. I guess it's worthwhile to do that. Just so it doesn't get an attack. Now you. This guy, Cortez, our hero. His attack is a magic attack. Magic attacks, the range is irrelevant. So he does full damage regardless of the range, which is, again, an awesome ability. It does use up some of his magic points every time he attacks. He can also cast spells as well, but I'd rather just have him attack right now. He also, since he can attack at any range, I'm actually going to slide him back further. And let's see. Let's have you... Yeah. Now, he only gets 1 attack. I mean, he has... That attack is an 18 attack, but there's only 1 of him, whereas there's 8 slingers in each group. Oh, he gets another attack? Oh, no, he's out. Actually, can move even further, but no. Oh, I see. He can cast a spell. Well, we're not going to try to do that with him. All right, let's try to take those out. Okay. These guys can chill here. Now, these slingers can actually move backwards and not get attacked this round. I'm going to try to avoid getting attacked this round, so I'm going to move backwards with these guys. These guys, I don't think I can really move. Well, let's have them wait. See, these guys actually have an extra movement point, so I can slide them over. And then have them still shoot this guy. These guys do not have an extra movement point, unfortunately. I'm going to have them hit the gargoyles, actually. They only did 2 damage. Let's hit that gargoyle unit, actually. Alright, there we go. We softened that one up pretty well. This one can move backwards. It's going to actually lose its movement, but if I stay in place, this one's going to get attacked. And if I'm moving backwards, they're not going to get attacked. Similarly, I'm going to shuffle you backwards a tile. Going to keep kiting, basically. Okay. You are fine to stay there. Yeah, I'd rather have you get attacked than the slinger, so you can just stay there. Let's have you wait. You can move backwards to free up a tile. Let's hit this. Oh, nice. We got a big hit. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, yeah, you can actually stay there as well. I'm not worried about the Hellhounds yet. We can hit them next turn. And you... Oh, we whiffed. Okay, you can move back here. Nice. That guy chose to spend his turn moving instead of attacking. Excellent. All right, Swordsman. I think you can hit this Hellhound. You finally get to do something. Nice. All right. This guy has 2 movement points, so we'll shuffle you a little bit closer. So you get the... Wait, did that use up your turn? Oh, how did that use up your turn? Whatever. Let's hit this full strength gargoyles. Nice. And you too. Even though this is melee range, we will fire a range shot. Okay, these gargoyles are almost dead, so we don't really have to worry about them. The sword cannot actually attack the gargoyles because they're flying units, and they can't attack. So we'll just have you chill there. I'm actually going to hit the hellhounds now because these gargoyles are so depleted they don't really do much. And this gargoyle can get close enough to attack if the hellhound might be able to attack. It looks like they got one of our swords, which is not a terrible loss. Would have been nice not to lose it, but alright. Take out the hellhounds. How about you take out this? You are very frail. Take out that gargoyle. Okay. Let's see. How much health do you guys have? You guys are fine. Hellhounds are more dangerous at this point. You just stay out of the way. Alright. Nice. We got this. Nice. I am very content to do that battle and only lose one sword. Who is, let's face it, kind of outdated anyway. Oh, Doombolt's a chaos spell. Well, I should have used Doombolt. Oh! Whoa! We got the Lionheart spell. Holy cow, that's one of the best. Oh my god. That is a really good spell to find. Whoa! Okay, synergizes beautifully with what I have. Okay, let me go ahead and... Now, this is an insanely expensive spell. This is an absurdly good spell. Very, very, very expensive. But adds 3 to attack and... adds 3 to attack strength and hits and resistance. Oh my god. So this is like the spell if you're using slingers. Okay. So see how this guy, we have the slingers, right? They have 3 attack. Lionheart increases this to 6. And it adds 3 to hits. Health. This unit will go from 2 health per slinger to 5 health per slinger. This will actually be an incredibly tanky unit. It also gets resistance, but that's like whatever. That makes them really strong against spells cast by other wizards. But like that'll make this a 40 health unit. They'll have 8 units at doing 6 damage per attack with some insane plus to hit. And in addition to that, they'll have enough health that they'll be almost impossible to kill. That's insane. All right, we don't need to train more slingers. We just need to put Lionheart on the units we have. Now, it's not as effective on someone like Cortez because Cortez is only a 1-figure unit, right? It's not as effective, but it's insanely good on things like the slingers. By the way, this unit's about to hit elite status, so we won't have to keep paying the cost for heroism, which is super nice. And then this unit's pretty close too. Okay, that's ridiculous. So like, this is also partly why I don't emphasize research. Like you've seen, right? I've been putting nothing in research, but I don't really need to research the spells. Like I've been able to get some really good spells just by like clearing out these creep layers or whatever. Okay, so again, this is super expensive. This is also why I'm trying to get my casting skill up. Remember, I can only spend 38 mana per turn right now. So to cast Lionheart, which is a base cost of 200, but we only pay 140 because again we get 30% discount. That's going to cost what 4 turns to cast this spell because we need like we can only spend 38 per turn. So that's why I want to get my casting skill up so much. Here you're slinging a pouch of rocks. Go fight mystical creatures. But first have these 3 layers of ridiculous magic. I know, right? Okay, so we're going to cast... I mean, we're going to start casting Lionheart because we'd be crazy because it's going to take a while. We're going to Lionheart all 3 of these. I'm not going to bother with the sword. Why is the sword over... You can't go over 100... You can't go over 120 experience. I don't know why it's at 136. That'll presumably get rounded down next turn. Okay, anyway, so we're going to Lionheart the 3 of these, and then that should... I mean, they should just be insane. Maybe we'll add another slinger later on, but yeah. Whew, okay. I mean, that's just fantastic. We had a little bit of extra. Okay. All right, yeah, and we have a little bit of extra money to spend here, too, so that's cool. Maybe I'll rush by the settlers out of here. mean, this isn't that expensive, right? Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Uh, by the way that experience gain works is every 2 units you kill gives you get 2 experience for every unit killed, just as like a little FYI. Okay. Anyway, you do not need to do more slingers. I need to start getting infrastructure in your city because I kind of skipped that. You need the marketplace. Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Nice stuff. All right. So yes, you can get the Alchemist Guild. Now this does not give us the +1 to hit because since we have Alchemist trait, we automatically have this like before we even start. But we might as well work on this. And yeah, we gotta stay. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, cool, good stuff. Right now the stack is a little bit slowed because of this guy. I should actually split the stack. Alright, we'll be able to get that node up shortly. Anyway, yeah, why don't we drop these guys off first? Oh, by the way, teremes can only hold 2 units at a time. So I'll drop these guys off first. They can start building the roads. We already built the roads we kind of need on the home continent. Oh, by the way, what's in this tower? Alright, Death Knights we're not killing anytime soon. Maybe the Slingers could kill 1 Death Knight. Our army does need meat shields. You are absolutely correct, which is why I am going to try to get some pikes out of here. Okay, there we go. There's a little bit more food freed up. Well, 1 food. Not enough. All right, here's another tereme. So yeah, 2 teremes. Oh, I can't increase the speed on this one. We are going to need that. We might as well do the temple now because we're going to need the happiness. And this city does not have good production, unfortunately. So yeah, we definitely have to get started now. I will cast the +1 movement spell on that one later, but for right now, I can't. Once you start a spell, you can cancel it, but then I'd have to start Lionheart over again. So, yeah. Also, then paying for the Lionheart enchantment is going to be very expensive, too. That's okay. We're going to take over more nodes. There's nodes to take over here, and then there's some to take over down here, too. I might just sail my guys around taking over nodes. Actually, you know what? Well, let's go take the nodes on this island, and then let's go down here and just start clearing out all these nodes, because we can kill the cockatrices. We can kill war bears. Okay, the sky drake we can't do, but we can do the war bears for sure. We can. There's more war bears, and the basilisks we can do. So like that's a lot of nature nodes, by the way, over there. And then what's the race? Oh, this is lizardmen. Okay, lizardmen kind of suck, but. Yeah, research means more spells, not more tech. Oh, we also have a lot. Okay, we have a lot of gold. We should put this gold to use. So let's rush by the settlers. First up, here. What's something cheap? Barracks. Do we have enough for this? There's got to be something I can purchase here. Engineers. Here we go. That gets us halfway. Settlers. We might as well turn them all into farmers for this turn. And then over here, at least for right now, we can give you a little bit of extra production. Oh, another tower. Storm giant now. Okay. Wait, why did we only move 2 tiles? Oh, that's right. One of these guys only has 1 movement as well. I forgot. This guy doesn't have the faster movement either. I'm thinking all these units have the faster movement when they don't. All right, anyway. Log jam time. Everyone's getting stuck on the 1 tile. We need the ship to get us across. All right, well, at least we're going to get this node connected shortly. I would get the faster movement on this settler too, but I can't. Anyway, all right, over here. Back to the farmer's market with you. Let's try to get you... There we go. 12... Okay, we'll do this. That puts us on a pretty big food deficit, but you can give us some of that food back. All right, there we go. Magic. Casting skills up to 39. We're slowly getting there. Yeah, it is funny that like the halfling slinger is like just about the best unit we can build. It's the best range unit we can build. We can build better melee units. We just want to put pikemen in front of them and then eventually put paladins in front of them. Paladins are the high-end human unique unit. Paladins are really strong. But they are really hard to get to. You have to complete the entire tech tree to get to them. Alright, we'll do another settler out of here, and then we can continue splashing money around, too. Town of Revenge. Anyway, yeah, like I said, settler. Now you can do that. Oh, 3 turns. Can we do... Do you want to do 2? I don't know if we have the food for that. Alright, Lionheart spell. Start with our elite slingers. Alright, we got that whole island scouted out. Alright, what's our magic power going to go to? We're at 28. Well, that was a good one. We got 8. I did hear, one of the comments on YouTube said that the amount of magic power you get from the node is tied to how strong the monsters defending it are. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but I think that's right. Alright. I mean, we need to road this, and we're kind of going to have to keep a ship stationed here permanently. Alright, so who can get in here? The guys who can actually move. Oh, by the way, heroes do not take up slots in ships. So I can move these guys together, and then these guys can follow on the next turn, and then the settler can follow on the turn after that. Oh, I can cast... faster movements, can't I? Endurance. We'll put that on the ship. It's just handy having these things be able to move 3 tiles instead of 2. It's kind of nice. Alright, so now we have 36 magic power. Up from 28. That's pretty nice. So now we got a little bit more going into our casting. We're also researching slowly, which will let us shift into another plane. So we'll cast this, and then I should probably cast another Lionheart, and then I need to get some magic spirits, because they will have to move over here in order for that to work. We have plenty of money. That is a non-issue right now. So we can do this. Okay, well, not apparently that much. There we go. Can we do 21? I wish you could type in a number, but you have to use the sliders. Okay. Alrighty. I'm trying to think what's the best thing I can do with the money, though. It's obviously best at cities that are, like, low production or just getting started. Like, it's not helpful to rush by stuff. So maybe we can rush by, like, the farmer's market here. Farmer's market's really nice because it increases growth and gives, obviously you can see food. The higher food I get, or maybe we can do the marketplace. I don't know, we'll figure it out. I don't want to float just like hundreds of money being unspent. I mean, I'm going to have to alchemy more of it back into magic power anyway. So you need next on the marketplace. We want you to have, yeah. Endurance, okay, on you. Okay. So those guys will all be done next turn. Okay. Hold on, let's do this. I'll shuffle them over a tile. And you... Ooh. Ooh. Alrighty. Alright, back to exploring. Alright, well, now we need to... Probably should have just left myself at +1 mana, knowing that I was going to have to spend more the next turn. Alright, well, whatever, that's fine. Alright. Magic. We need to alchemy some gold over. That's fine. Spells, we need to get our next Lionheart up. That'll take a couple turns. And then food, because we are at food deficit here. Can we dial this down? Oh. How about down here? You are already very slow, so no. No, I don't want to adjust that. I just have to do this then. Okay. And yeah, I am looking towards maybe buying that farmer's. Well, no, I'm gonna have to rush by. I'm gonna have to rush by the builder's hall and the granary in my new cities, so maybe not. Anyway, as I said, first one we'll put here, and then I'll figure out the next spot. Probably somewhere over here. Right here would get us the gold tile and the nightshade. Maybe even on the nightshade tile. That actually wouldn't be a bad spot on the nightshade. And then Rajak's capital is over there. I'd love to take his capital, but I don't know how much he has defending it. The AI does tend to defend their capital pretty well. Now that said, taking out their capital can be a way of like decapitating them. Oh, you know what? I should just have this. Here, you move here. This other ship can just pick you up. And then grab you. Where do I want to move this guy to? This guy's gonna, if he goes to the Nightshade, then we'll go on a little ride. Oh, and then I need someone, you know what? I need the capital to build defenders in here. So, spears. We're gonna need, here we go. We can do one turn spears. That'll free up some food for a little bit. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. We'll just move these guys on here. Wait, why aren't they moving? There we go. It was because I had it selected. Okay. Okay, well, let's see. You'll go on this ship. Actually, you can go to the Nightshade spot because you're already up here. We'll just found like both of these together. Wait, don't we already have do we have a road on this tile? I think we already built a road here. So all right, let's just hit done for this turn. I'm getting confused by how many guys are here. All right, food. Food. Okay, that doesn't really do that much. What about this? Does this cost us 3 food? Unfortunately, I think it does. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. We have a little bit of a food surplus here, but that's fine. And as I said, I'm gonna have to for Monty gold equals magic. I mean, I guess so. And then I'm going to need to summon some magic spirits as soon as this current spell. As soon as this current Lionheart's done, I'm going to have to summon magic spirits so I can grab these. I'm assuming that I can take these over. Giant spiders are not very strong. We should be okay. Famous last words. Doubles the power from evil temples. Well, that doesn't affect us at all. Okay, first things first. Move our guys up. You guys build. Okay. Alrighty, and we were going to go to that tile, so you might as well just go here and then dump them off next turn. Alright, and then you guys are gonna come serve as defenders. As we very slowly work on this. Okay, Lionheart looks like it's going to take 2 more turns. Then we need to get double magic spirits and then another Lionheart. Honestly, at this point, we have enough magic. I'm not concerned about running the deficit. How are we doing on research? We are 272. Remember, there's no research overflow, so at some point we'll want to just dump our mana into gaining that. Alright. Oh, never mind. We finished Lionheart this turn. Alright. Our other elite slinger. Look at that. 6 attack. 7 ranged attack. Dear God, that is so nasty. 5 health on each slinger. Oof. Means that the total unit has 40 health. The fact that slingers have 8 figures just makes them so good for getting enchantments. Okay, let's move you first. We're like building the roads in, like the roads are trailing in behind. It's really nice that they can build, the stack of these 3 guys can build a road on any terrain in 1 turn, which is super nice. All right. And you come back here to grab these guys. Remember, 2 units, every 2 units serves as military police. All right, we'll just grab both of those. All right, onto the Nightshade tile. Now, where do I want this ship? Do I want it on the north side? I think I do want it on the... The question is, do we go and try to grab this up here? Or do we come down here and try to grab this island? I'm kind of thinking I want to go get this island next and just ignore this. I'm like, this is such a weak spot. I'm sure I could take it over, but I guess I'm just, I guess I don't really want Klakon colonies, for lack of a better word. Klakons are really bad in this game. It's a shame because they're so nice in Master of Orion, but they're bad in this one. All right, we need the magic spirits. We need a pair of them, because I'm assuming we're going to be able to take this over. And remember, they do have to spend time flying over. So we'll get 2 of them. I mean, we have a lot of gold right now, so we'll just keep transmuting gold. I'll let the -6 mana sit there for right now. Look, our army strength is at... We have barely anything, and our army strength is rated higher than Rajak, so this guy is not strong right now. How are we doing here? So we're going to grow to size, what's it called? Size 9 in like 8 turns, and then we're also going to get the temple in 8 turns, so that's lining up well. Okay, we can't cut a turn off the Alchemist Guild. That's fine. Building military police, farmers market is like half done. That's good. That'll let Tokyo keep growing. And we will need more settlers too, but for right now I'm content to just grab this spot. I don't want to overreach here. Try to take over like this area. Gargoyles, we already killed gargoyles. Doombat, I think we can kill the Doombat too. Especially because I didn't even use that chaos spell. Oh, we got another hero. Yay! Alright, Taki, you can come join us too. This is not an especially great character, but look, he's frontline. He's melee, he's frontline. Alright, agility. Increases the defense of the unit by +1 per level of experience. Excellent. So that means normally normally heroes automatically get +1 defense on every level up. This means he gets 2. And then Noble gives... Okay, Nobles is not great. He gives us more money, but like, sure. Oh, we get to name this guy. We have Cortez. So we have Cortez, and now we have Taki. So we'll heroism this guy as well. We need items for this guy too. There is a spell where you can create items. Actually, there's 2 where you can create items, but I don't have that spell yet. There's enchant item, and then there's also enchant artifact. But if we go through and take over some more of these layers, we probably will get more items. Heroes just get so much stronger if they have good items. Part of the reason why my guy was really strong back there is he has that really good wand. The other hero. What? Nobody in chat? Pizarro, sure. We'll just continue going with our theme here. Here comes the magic spirit. Okay, this is a little bit weird. We have the magic spirit and our new hero. So I'm going to cast heroism for our hero. I need to cast that. And then I still need another Lionheart. Man, I just can't cast these spells fast enough. Okay, you are going to go in there. And we need... What is it? We have... Yeah, we have 2 spears. Okay, we need 1 more spear. Okay, first up you. You can also hop on board. And then this guy... Yeah. We need 1 more turn of building the spears. Okay. And then you're You can just chill there for right now. Okay, first of all, you. Oh, we need a name for this outpost. I'll give Chad a second. First one on a new island off of our coast. I get the feeling there's not a ton of people watching right now because the chat's been pretty slow, but that's fine. I'm enjoying playing. This has been a pretty chill game so far. The game is harder if you play it on Impossible. Not spam slots. Like, wait a minute, I'm thinking. Remember, once we name it, we can't rename it ever. You only get one. It's like in Master of Orion, you only get one chance to name a planet. After you hit enter on a name, you can't rename it, unfortunately. What is FLGing snake? Is that supposed to be flying snake? I'm assuming that's flying snake because Y is right next to G on the keyboard. And there's just enough room for it. I'm assuming it was meant to be flying snake. And we get another. Yeah, we actually have another. We have another one up here too. On the Nightshade. Antillia would have been my. Let's just. We have two cities. Let's just do both. Why not? We can just do both names. You guys are like the only ones commenting right now. I'm happy to get a suggestion from both. All right, that actually does free up some food. Again, Ariel has a sword randomly walking around, which I don't love. Anyway, so we also picked up gold from here too, because you pick up the gold immediately. Alrighty, so they'll be able to build a road on here, and then we'll be able to drop off some of these units right away. I think I want to get my new barbarian unit in here to start getting XP. Our other new hero. Okay. And we're casting heroism. I think that finishes next turn. I'm not certain. Our casting skill's finally up to 40, so we're slowly making progress there. Next hero should be named Meat Shield. El Dorado for next. Oh, those are good suggestions too. El Dorado would have been good for that. Well, we'll see. Let's see. So there's no room for a city between us and Rajak, but there would be room for one down here. So there would be room for one more over here. That's the purple wizard, yep. That's his capital, too. It's a Klakon capital, unfortunately. Alright, yeah, we have so much gold. We just want more casting skills so we can spend our mana faster. And then I do need another magic spirit, too. I gotta cast magic spirit after this, so I can get a second one over there. And I guess we need one more turn for our heroism to finish. Oops, that was the wrong direction. Okay, let's dump off these guys. That road will not finish until next turn, unfortunately. All right. I'll move these spears can go up to that city. So I'll just move all these guys up together. Yeah. Okay. And then the capital can now finally do something other than just train spears. Alright, so what's the building we actually want here next? I guess we'll do the Sages Guild. Just because it's a lot cheaper. I do want that Miners Guild, but the Sages Guild is like 1/3 the cost. Alright. So let's see. If we can do 4 turns. Let's do 4 turns. Well, actually, if we do 30, then we can do it in 4 turns. It's going to create a huge food deficit, but we can shuffle stuff around in other cities. Like here, yeah, we can free up some food here. We can actually free up a lot of food here and only lose 1 turn. I don't think I can slow this, though. So the way all the food stuff is largely a case of like choosing what to prioritize. Let's actually buy this. We have enough money, and then we can just run all food here for a turn, and that'll solve that. Plus, then we'll get 3 more food. All right, you just chill there. But like no, like you have to prioritize which cities get max production and which ones generate food. All right, cool. Yeah, these stacks can move up here in 2 turns, and then we'll be ready to go, I think. This is the giant spiders one. Yeah, giant spiders or whatever. Oh, right. We have to... I forgot. The new cities are outposts. Never mind. I was like, I forgot to change the production, but the new cities are outposts. Alrighty, so we built the farmer's market. Now we're growing at... 140. Wow, that's fast growth there. That's a very, very good growth. Of course, we have the deer towel that gives extra food. All right, so let's do the sawmill. I'd like to be here if I could. I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford that. All right, heroism. So that goes on the spearman. No, it goes on Pizarro. Alrighty. So, he got some more stuff. I mean, again, without items though, he's still pretty fragile. I mean, his defense is good. He has 13 defense. That's nice, but he does only have 9 health, and he doesn't actually hit that hard. He only has a 9 attack. So this guy is basically going to be just an XP soak until he gets some more levels. He's just in there to sit and get experience. So now the road's done. Again, they can road any tile in 1 turn, but they do have to move onto the tile, which, if it's rough terrain, ends their turn. All right, yeah, you guys chill here. So 2 more turns. All right, let's get that. We need another magic spirit. I might as well stay on this same line. And then let's see. Let's keep one. Oh, this ship needs to ferry these guys over anyway. I've heard a lot of people when they play this game, they just don't like the logistics of moving all the units around, especially like over ocean. There's one poster at Realms Beyond. There is a big Realms Beyond section at Master of Magic, but a lot of it's for modded versions of it, which I'm not as interested in. That just basically said, like, I won't play a race unless they have, like, flying or water walking, because I don't want to bother with moving stuff over water. But I actually find the logistics to be pretty interesting. Anyway, so I'll keep this ship over here and be ready to... So I'd like to ferry down there, but we're going to have to deal with Rajak first, so... You can come over here and just keep an eye out. Alright, we got a modest food deficit. We can surely fix that at one of these cities. I would like to keep you going, because you get like double production from that one guy. And I didn't really want to adjust this one either. Can we adjust this? Nope. Next turn I think we can pull that back, but not right now. Okay, I'll slow that down by 1 turn. Just so, because we have to avoid running out of food. Alright, we're minus 9 mana right now. I swear, we're gonna get more mana. I'm maintaining a lot. I'm actually spending 29 mana right now on upkeep. My power base is 34. I'm spending 29 mana per turn on upkeep. So I do need to get more... I do need to take over some more nodes. I'm running some fairly expensive enchantments here. But I have... 2 of these slingers with the Lionheart plus... I guess I no longer have the heroism here because they hit elite status. But yeah, and then this guy has the endurance. Oh, this guy... We're about to get 2 mana back, though. This person's about to hit elite status. The endurance, heroism, Lionheart. And then we need to get Lionheart on this unit as well. This unit also doesn't have the +1 movement, which I probably should do just so that they're all 2 movement. And then we can ditch this sword, which is only 1 movement. But anyway, I'm getting another magic spirit first. Alright. Off you go. Wow, I'm down to just 29 magic points. Okay, yeah. It goes fast, the magic, when you're casting nonstop. It goes quickly. And we're going to need to rush by buildings in these towns, too. Alright, this flying snake is coming along really well. It's about to turn into... And they're both... Okay, they're both developing super nicely. Alrighty. You guys hop up. That road will complete. I think this guy loses his movement if he goes on the same tile as the builders. Let's see. Nope, he did not. Cool. And there's just, by the way, only 9 units can stack together on a tile. It is a limit, strict limit in this game. All right, done. Be over here. All right, we'll unload these guys. And they are now military police. So you can hang out over here. By the way, I really should have had a road on this tile too, shouldn't I? Maybe I can do that later. All right, you can go on patrol for right now. All right, minus 10 mana per turn. Well, at least we're making tons of money. Like, we're making money hand over fist right now. So we can afford to have, like, this drain on our resources. And plane shift. Oh, by the way, I forgot. I forgot to talk to... See, I can trade that Lionheart spell for other stuff. They will... Nope, never mind. Okay. She might not have any spells I can trade for. They'd definitely be willing to trade for Lionheart. The AI doesn't really know how to make use of that. This reminds me of the Great Roman Navy. Alrighty. We should be able to take over that. Oh, we might as well start channeling our next spell. Well, let's put Endurance, which is very cheap to get. Let's put it on our one Slingers that doesn't have it yet. It's very nice that them having 2 movement per turn is super nice. And we'll start casting our next Lionheart. I mean, I've got this nice gold income, and I'm just burning through it constantly too. All right, what's going on up here? Like, what is with all these ships and units running around? I'm not getting attacked here, am I? I wish the... Okay. She'll break that before she declares war, so we should be... I think she's just scouting, but like, let's not run units right next to my cities, okay? I would rather you didn't. Okay. So, out of this force here, I could send the Magic Spirit in, I guess, but I don't think it's necessary. All right, let's go in. Giant Spider. Actually, you know what? I'll send you in too. It won't be able to meld this turn. It wouldn't be able to meld. Actually, it might be able to meld this turn. Let's send them in. Let's go. Giant Spiders. All right, so they... Okay, they have sprites. You know, it should have said sprites, not giant spiders. One giant spider. Anyway, it used its webbing on Pizarro. Sprites are annoying because they have this ranged attack that can hit. They are trying to kill Cortez. So yeah. But hopefully we can kill these things. We do have very strong attack. We have 2 movements, so I'll get a tile closer. Alright, bye. Let's see if we can use... no, I just want them to attack. Just kill these things. Yep. Just kill these things. Yep. Wow, Lionheart-based slingers are rather good. Yeah, good luck. Bye. Hi, Dark Kuno. Yeah, Lionheart, a good spell on slingers. We found a wand. Okay. Not as good as what Cortez has. And Pizarro can't use a wand because he needs like a sword. We'll hold on to it though. So not quite what we were looking for, but you know, it's something. Okay, and we were not able to meld that turn. But it's probably a good thing I didn't move the Magic Spirit on with the rest of the group, because they might have tried to kill the... They might have just killed the Magic Spirit. Alrighty. Let's just send you up here. You might be able to spot something. Nope, can't see anything. Well, we'll be able to meld on this upcoming turn. Also, these outposts should be turning into cities, and then we'll want to rush by their stuff. Cool. Looking good. Yeah, halflings versus spiders. I should be able to dial this down. Yeah, and free up a little food. Means we can get a little bit faster here. For what that's worth. Slinger Central has grown. Alright, so we got the Sages Guild that gives us more research. Alright, so a couple different choices here. This is where the game always gives you a couple good choices. Alchemist Guild, we've seen. The magical weapons, again, doesn't do anything for us because we have Alchemist ability. It's called Retort in the game. But will give us additional... It says mana. It's really magic power because we can allocate it however we want. This gives you 5 research points, but again, can only go into research. Parthenon is more happiness. What is the size of this city? It's going to need that relatively soon. But I think we want the Miners Guild. Increases production by 50%. It's an expensive building. Let's get to the... Let's get this. Base 30, 10 turns. Then we'll probably have to do a religious building next. Alchemist Guild, would, but not in this city. Yeah, wrong city. The city that has it is still just getting started. Okay, so we did the Alchemist Guild. Now, this city doesn't really have that much of interest to build, just the Parthenon. So, and that's like a... Well, actually, we do kind of need that. Well, we're going to put this on this slow build. We might have to rush by this later on. This city does not have particularly fast production. All right, that's much better. If we get 20 production, we have none wasted. We're going to have to make up the food deficit elsewhere, though. I can't believe both of these outposts are sitting at... They've both been, like, stalled at 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. Anyway, you go ahead, pop in there, patrol. Let's go ahead and we'll merge here. So what's our magic? It's 37? Or meld. Okay, we got another 8. That was a pretty easy one to take out, too. So I'm not 100% sure that these are tied to the strength. Not 100% sure the amount that you get is tied to the difficulty of the camp. Alrighty, magic. Yeah, we need to toss more gold because we are continuing to cast these expensive spells. We're one more Lionheart away. Yeah, how close are we on? We need like 2 more turns. Okay, I'm going to leave the sword behind because he's too slow. And we'll have these guys move forward. And we're going to try to... Wait, what? Why did it only take... Don't these guys all have 2 moves? Oh, he was still grouped with them. Dang it. Oh, well. And this ship, I was trying to scout to see if there's any Rajak units here, but there does not appear to be. Alright, here's our other magic spirit for the next node. That definitely helps ease our mana woes a little bit. Our food crunch will also help a little bit because you get base food when these turn into actual cities. So we have to solve that. But like now we're getting a decent amount of research, 13 points even without investing. Skill is up to 20. I'm investing some, and we're actually not losing mana right now. We're basically like break even on mana. So we cast Lionheart here, but we do need to fix our food issue. So we can dial you down. Generate a little extra food here. Still need to generate more though. So you are on an exact breakpoint, and you are on an exact breakpoint. So we don't really want to mess with either of you. And you are also on an exact breakpoint. So I don't really want to mess with you either. So I guess it falls to these spots. Okay, here's a perfect spot. We can dial down that, yeah, that marketplace is extra. All right, cool. Good stuff. Coming along nicely. I would feel better if I had, like, just a couple more... Like, one more slinger would make me feel a lot better. So if I can, I'll try to get a slinger out of here with the mithril thing, but I'm just not quite out of position. This city just needs more development. If I have spare funds, I'll keep dumping it in Slinger Central, because this is a spot I want. And I guess I could just rush by another slinger, but... you know, we could just do this. I kind of want another slinger just for safety's sake. I feel like 4 would hit noticeably harder. So we'll just get another slinger. And we'll give it the faster movement and all the other enchantments. Alright. For Lionheart. Alright, you just chill there for this turn. As we keep building roads. Okay, leaving you behind. Now we got to 2 movement. Alright. And we'll start casting Endurance, because it'll take until next turn to finish. And then we'll put it on that Slinger that's about to pop out. And yeah, you're fine here for the moment. These magic spirits have been doing a very long, slow job of defogging the map, but we have almost all of this. Now, there's an entire other map on the other plane. Looks like Rajak also put down another settlement up there. But his capital is, like, completely exposed. So I don't know quite what's going on there. And we're working on the Miners Guild, that's right. Okay. Alright, finally. Okay. Like, apparently they wanted to grow together. They would just want to do everything together, those two. I don't know why Ariel has shamans wandering around in my territory. I don't know what she's doing, but... Okay. Let's see. We can actually get this guy up to the front lines pretty fast. 1, 2, 3. I could go 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then we'll just have, like, another unit to punch enemies in the face. Alright, so we'll cast Heroism and get that dumped on that unit next turn, and then Lionheart. Alrighty, so this has what? Doombat. Let's just look at this. I want to pull this up. Yeah, we have a Doomstack right next to his capital. I kind of would like that other unit to join before I try to hit him. Because the thing is, he'll be able to cast spells at my units. Alright, how strong is the Doombat? I'm going to use the calculator to see. Because if there's like 8 Doombats in there, this could be ugly. I'll put it on the screen as well so you guys can see. And yes, there's a billion ads. You don't have to tell me. Super annoying. Okay. Alright, let's do... What is it? We have Halfling, Slingers. They have magical weapons. They're elites. And then they actually have 7 attack. Here we go. Okay, missile 7. Alright, so let's do... It's Chaos Doombat. Okay, this is like a mid-tier one. They're a single figure. Only single figure. Okay. Doombats are single figure. They have 20 health, which is a lot. But we do... Okay, we do on average 7... actually, even more than this. At medium range, we do average 10 damage per shot. Okay. I average 11 damage per shot. So we basically two-shot these things. I think we can... Even if there's like 3 or 4 of them, I think we're okay. They also... they only have 1 movement, so we can actually kite these guys and outrun them too. So we should be fine. We should be fine against these guys. This is what internet looks like without ad block. I guess so. Alright. Okay. Oh, actually, no, they have 4 movement. Okay, never mind. That doesn't change the fact that this thing is still very, very dead. So that happened. Let's just check out to see if his oh, interesting. He can actually cast spells I don't even have access to. Where is his where's that doom spell that he has? I don't see it. He listed here. Wasn't he supposed to have access to that? Oh, the doom... Yeah, wait, wasn't he supposed to have access to that doom spell? I don't see it listed here. Oh, well. We could actually web the... Well, no, that probably would fail. Alright, whatever, we'll just shoot him. I mean, these things are absurd. These slingers do so much damage. Okay, we didn't get any... We just got golden mana, which is a little disappointing, but the main thing is we get another node to take over. Yeah, you can just chill here for... Again, I keep trying to find something to do with this, and I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, we're building roads right up to his capital. So that was easy enough. I don't want to, like, get overconfident here. Let's see. We can probably clear... Yeah, we can clear these ghouls. We'll clear these ghouls, and then that'll give time for this other slinger to make its way up here. Yep, we got 210 mana. The currencies are completely identical for us. All right, now the other thing is we got to set up the builders' halls and the granaries in both of these. It makes such a big difference if you can rush by them in terms of getting these off. And note now that we're plus four food, because those new settlements gave us additional food. See, they provide a surplus of food as well. I really wish these units were not walking around in my territory, but it is what it is. We have extra, yeah, so we can, okay, go back to the marketplace. All right, well, that's food deficit. No, not you. Whatever. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're making a lot of money. So we'll take this over and then we'll see. Oh, we found a settler of his. Okay. Ah, look at the timing. Remember, it's going to need a temple at size 9. We got it with 8,980 pop remaining. Cool. All right, well, let's do the library at least. Oh, we never did the sawmill here? Well, the library's pretty cheap. Let's do this. And we can do 5 turns if we do that. Alrighty. Now this is a plains tile, so it can move and road on the same turn, which is fun. Alright, you guys. By the way, we continue to get fame, which is really nice too. Fame, of course, the higher your fame, the better heroes you can attract. And fame also gives you additional gold because it pays for your unit upkeep costs. So it's pretty nice. Alright. And of course, we're also getting more XP on these units. Yeah, these guys have been creeping. This guy is 25 XP, 57. So they're getting more XP as well. Alright, ghouls. That's a lot of ghouls, but I think we'll be fine. And they also have a demon. We'll shoot him when we get closer. Alright. The ghouls are not a joke. I want to be clear. Alright, now the ghouls are all 1 movement, and every single unit here has at least 2 movements, so we might as well get closer before shooting them. Like, we might as well shoot them at the minimum distance. Pizarro, you are not intended to get into combat. Do we have that, again, do we have that Doom spell? Also, because this battle is not, you know what we can do? Oh, this is, we can actually use, we have a spell that we can use here. True Light. Blanks the entire battlefield, increases attack, defense, and resistance of all creatures of life. Now that's irrelevant. We have no life creatures. Creatures of death lose 1 from their attack, defense, and resistance. These are all creatures of death. So that's going to reduce their ability to do anything. Alright, let's see. So you have 2 movement, right? 2 movement. So if we kite back a tile, you can't attack us. Okay. Uh-oh, this guy has missiles immunity. Okay. I believe that okay, that makes it a little bit trickier. Missile immunity. I believe that Cortez's attack can still hit, though. That said, I still think we can probably deal with this guy. We can probably still deal with him just by using Pizarro. Pizarro can fight with... I mean, the slingers can honestly fight him in melee combat. Honestly, they can fight him in melee combat just fine. So it's not that big of a deal. Let's try hitting him with the ranged attack. Okay, ranged attack. Magic... immunity to normal missiles, but does not seem to be immunity to... Let's... Not immune to magic damage, though. Alright, you guys only move 1 tile per turn, so yeah, okay. Okay. Yep. Now, you do not have unlimited ammo on these guys. There is a limit to how many shots they get, but we are not hitting that. as you can see. All right. Oh, we got a sword and prayer. Ooh. Nice. +2 attack, +2 defense, flaming, +3 attack strength. Stoning resistant 1 or be... Oh, that's a nice sword. Cool. Okay. So innate +2 attack, +2 defense. So it's actually +5 attack. And then stoning means... Yeah, it's a petrification attack. This is a place where the resist score on a unit is actually used. So if you hit them with the attack, they'd have to resist, and it's a percentage based. So, like if Pizarro were to get hit, he has 9 resistance. You'd subtract 1, so he'd have 80% odds to not die, but then 20% odds to die. That's pretty nice. I actually would prefer to have a defensive item here. What I really want is more health on this guy. I mean, I guess I could cast Lionheart on him because that would give him 3 more health. I mean, he has enough defense. He has 15 defense, so he's pretty good at not taking damage when he gets attacked by stuff. But, yeah, that was good. And then this spell is handy, too. Alright, see, where's prayer? Good in a battle where there's, like, a lot of dice rolls taking place. Where's prayer? Oh, well, we can't see it, because that's only spells I can cast on the main screen. I have to go here. Prayer. Increases adds 1 to all rolls by friendly units. Resistance rolls, attacks to hit, and defense rolls. So this gives you another +10% to hit and +10% to defend. Remember, the base chance to defend is 30%. This increases it to 40%. And the Halfling Lucky increases it another 10%. So if I cast Prayer in battle, these guys actually would have 50% odds to defend on it with each shield, which is really good. And they have freaking 40 HP. So even though they're a ranged unit, they're actually pretty hard to kill. Like, believe it or not. Actually, I'm okay with you just standing here right now. Because next turn I can move these guys here, and then you guys can move here together. And you are still okay there as well. Alright. Meanwhile, you move up. You can meld next turn. 1, 2, 3. And we need to unload our little halfling, who is scampering up. Oh, we actually got yet another movement point. Cool. We'll group everybody together and then go after Rajak's castle. We learned to pray by killing a demon. This Christian rock number goes hard. Nice. Alright. Yeah, so again, the rewards for just like fighting are often better than building. I have heard people say that you should never build a city in this game. You should just always take things from the AI, which there is some truth to that. But I still like to play it as like an actual Civ game. Let's see if we can trade. Nope, she doesn't have anything we can trade for. Neither does she. That means they don't have any spells that we lack, because they would assuredly try to trade for Lionheart if they could. Alright, we are very slightly negative food here, though. Alright, I don't want to pull that off you. I guess I'll have to be here. Alright. Next turn. What? One of his settles rebelled and became a neutral city? What the heck? What? Oh my god, that's up here. He must have gotten so... He must have had so much unhappiness that it rebelled. What is he doing? The AI is clowning itself in this game. The AI is not very good in this game. It just gets so many cheats. Oh, I also forgot to rush by the Builder's Halls last turn. I'll do that now. Alright, well, let's see what we get in terms of our... Wait, what? Oh, this guy was standing here. Oh, man. I hate it when that happens. I accidentally had the sword guy on there, too. Anyway. Well, we can definitely take over those Phantom Beasts, and then that'll give us some access to Mirror, the other plane. Anyway, well, that was annoying. I was gonna merge there and I didn't get to do it. Oh well. Alrighty, as for you, start making the way back down here. Let's rush by these before I forget. So, you know the drill. Spear. barracks. And yes, it's stupid that this actually makes things cheaper, but it does. Of course, I could just put it on a spearman, but then if I forget and accidentally leave it on spear, then it's going to build a spear, which I don't want. So that's why I typically do that, because I want to make sure it's on. I don't accidentally build the wrong thing. All right, there we go. Oh, there's some land there. In fact, we will probably want to get another settler for down here soonish. And we do not want to clack on. Oh, we can actually see what's in there. Okay. So wraiths, a sword, 2 heroes, bows. Okay, I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not concerned. Wraiths are actually not weak at all. But we actually have a good setup for killing wraiths. We can use like that prayer spell, and yeah, we can deal with wraiths. We'll shoot them down before they get close enough. We can definitely take this over. I'm not concerned about that. So we'll move in there and get ready to take that. Fun. And then Rajak will be banished. And then we'll deal with his little colonies later. I don't care about these. If they were a different racial type, I might care more. But like Klakon cities are so useless that I don't even really want to go up there. And like these are more Klakons up here. I'll take them over, but I don't really care that much. So we'll take this and then we'll head down here and start taking over this island. There's also room for some juicy spots up here. Oh, there's a minimal road up there. Oh, we can take over this chaos node too. Oh, we also need to be casting a spell. We need to get our next Lionheart ready to go. And at this point, I think we have enough gold at this point. We'll just dump everything into skill. Like, I'm making enough. Well, actually, no. Let's hold slightly longer until my Lionheart's up and running. Because the Lionheart eats up a ton of mana casting that spell. Once I have that done, then I'll start pumping skill again. Like, when I'm draining my mana by casting a 140 magic point spell, I don't really want to be at negative however much per turn. Alright, so you guys are going to do your granaries next, which will also be rush bought. Oh, there's a one-tile shrine, or a one-tile node. We got to check out what's in there. Okay, let's see. Our magic power is 49. Okay, so we got 9 power from that, and there is no way, if you were going to rank nodes on a scale of like, remember they can roll from 5 to 10, there is no way that was a 9 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. So I have to say, I don't think the amount of magic power you get is tied to the difficulty of the node. I believe it genuinely is a random 5 to 10 dice roll, because we got 9 out of 10. On the scale from 5 to 10, we rolled a 9, and that was a very easy node to take over. So, alright. Oh, hi there. You can come join us too, Swordsman. Maybe you'll eat an enemy spell or something. Alright. There we go. So we got this nice road network now running across this island. Straight line roads just making their way across. And is it time? We need one more turn to build the rush by those granaries. Okay. But yeah, like even now our power base, even though we're spending all this money on, we're spending like 30 mana per turn on spell upkeep, we still have a lot left over now. And we actually will research this. I will research this plane shift spell soon, because it could be handy to be able to jump between the planes. But yeah, we're mostly just taking over neutral stuff on the map. Arcanus is mostly defogged. I'm still working on this slow developing miners guild back home. If I have spare money, I'll plow it, as I said, into Slinger Central, because I want to be able to get the Mithril Enchanted. I mean, like, if these units are good enough, right? Like, these guys have 6 attack, or 7 attack. They can actually have 8 attack if they have Mithril, so they'd just be even stronger. Alright. let's do this. Let's get Rajak. All right, we have plenty of magic here. We'll just save it. Now he's gonna cast spells at us, but we have enough resistance that, like especially with Lionheart on these, he's gonna go after this Slinger, but it has enough resistance that it should be fine. I think Lionheart's gonna take another turn to finish. So, all right, let's go do this. He gets to move first. Now he'll cast some kind of spell. He cast Black Sleep. Did that even work? Did that actually work? I think the spell failed, from what I can see. All right, yeah, none of that really did anything. I will cast the spell, because I want my druid to be able to attack. I think we just want to cast Prayer. Add +1 to all rolls. That sounds good to me. And then we can save some leftover for healing if we need it. We could actually cast a temporary Lionheart, but that seems kind of silly to do. Like, Bless gives addition. Yeah, we don't really need that. No, let's just cast Prayer. Now we get another +10 on all our hits. Alright, Cortez. Let's hit these wraiths. They're the most dangerous units on this battlefield. The spears are irrelevant. The swords are irrelevant. Those bowmans attack with 2, and they're hitting at a really long range. And then her heroes kind of suck. Look at this Lauren. That's not scary. This is actually a very good hero, but it's low level, and she already cast her only spell. So yeah, we want to hit the wraiths. They're definitely the most dangerous ones here. And we are not going to move forward yet, because these wraiths can also move. Okay. I forgot that these units are, like, stupidly overpowered. Yeah, we just basically wiped out all the wraiths on the first turn. I mean, they haven't even damaged us, have they? Okay, Cortez, why don't you hit those guys? Pizarro is just here to watch, basically. Just here to farm XP. Alright, that unit's effectively dead. Now it's actually dead. I mean, they just can't do anything. These Slinger bullets are just too strong. Alright, bye. Remember, the magical ones have full accuracy no matter what the distance is. Bye. 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 And that's it. 3 fame. Oh, no buildings were destroyed. That's good. The Nazgul looked on in horror. You know, we get the little animation of Rajak being vanished. Now, he'll come back again. Right? Oh, no, he didn't have enough. Oh, so normally if you take over a wizard's capital, they start casting the Spell of Return, and they'll come back again. He didn't have any mana left. He apparently had no mana to start casting the Spell of Return, so he's just gone. He's done permanently. Like, he's not coming back. So he's just gone, and his other towns are now all neutral spots. So, okay. Nice. Now, what are we capturing here? Now, unfortunately, Klakon's... you see we have 2 Klakon rebels. So Klakon's thing is they have extra production. 3 production per worker instead of 2. So you'd think that they'd be really good. The problem is everybody hates them. They have slow growth, and they can't build any of the religious buildings. Well, they can build the default one, the shrine. But they have very limited access to buildings. They can't build anything past the Sages Guild. They can't build ships. And everybody hates them, so they're not good. The nice thing is we did capture all the infrastructure we could, but like it's almost impossible to keep these guys happy. Like there's just gonna be unhappy population here, and there's very little we can do about it. But yeah, okay. So out of the options here, let's start with the we'll do the sawmill first, and then probably the farmer's market, just because this will make it cheaper. And I will probably use this for a lot of food. I mean, like, I can get a lot of production here if I want. They do have one kind of cool unit called the Stag Beetle, which is a pretty good unit. Let's see, do we have... Oh, we actually have tons of food now. I mean, they do have a lot of production, but long term, I'll probably just use this for lots of food. Alrighty, well, let's build that road. We'll have that road finished next turn. And, yeah, well, we might as well grab this. Well, we gotta finish our Lionheart spell. might move my summoning circle over here. If I put my summoning circle here, I could then summon a spirit, and we can go grab this node as well. We'll kill the basilisk and kill this. Oh, there is a coal here resource. It's kind of interesting. Let's grab these two camps, and then we'll grab this. And then maybe I can start sending... Yeah, because I'll send some magic spirits. I'll move my summoning circle over to here, because then I can summon magic spirits and send them through here to the other plane. Start getting that. And then we'll come down here and grab this and start creeping on this island too. Alrighty, and then we're going to need settlers. But first we have to get our granaries up. And I can use this as, I can use these for, I want to get some more cities over here too. I can use these cities to rush by settlers. All they have to do is be size, like 2. Oh yeah, we have 800 gold now. Okay, well, we can splash some of that gold around for sure. Yeah, we're pretty rich now. Enough so that you could say I don't even have to do the cheaper buildings, but won't have its die hard. Yeah, it would be nice if we had coal for a halfling city. Absolutely. All right. Where else? Well, this city's almost done. Yeah, I'd like to spend this money somewhere. Oh, perfect choice. We know where to spend it. At the halfling city. So. There we go. Magic. Alright. And then we're going to take a little voyage down to Southern Island. Start creeping over there. A Colossus. Ooh, that's a nasty unit. That's one of the toughest nature units, excuse me. So you slide down here, because you'll do the pickup down there. We still have a little bit of extra food that we can use. Now, I don't think I need you here, do I? No, that's not going to do anything. But some of these other cities can surely take advantage of it, like here. Can we manage that? Oh, almost. That we can't touch. That's on an even number. All right, we'll just do that. Cool. Yeah, unfortunately, a better Clacon city is kind of like whatever. Yeah, I do have room for another city down here. Yeah, oh, hold on. I don't want to overlap 1, 2. I'd probably put it here so I wouldn't overlap with the city up there. We'll see. As I said, I can rush by settlers out of these pretty easily. One nice thing about this game is it is absolutely unapologetic that bigger is better. Like, you want to be as large as possible in this game. Yeah, we get extra stuff. Alright, so you guys can go to work on your smithies. Note that we just got a nice injection of an additional 4 food there. Alright, Lionheart is done. On our other slinger, this one down here. Right? Yeah, this one. I want to make sure I click the correct unit. Alright. So next up I said I wanted to move my summoning circle, so we'll start doing that. My engineers are like just barely keeping up with the rate at which we're taking things over. Alright. Oh, we're gonna, you know what? Alright, we'll do the sawmill, but I forgot I need to have units in here for military police purposes. I forgot about that. Well, so that city's gonna get more unhappy in a second because I'm moving my big garrison out. See, yeah, they're very unhappy. I forgot the fact that that city was looking productive only because I had 6 units in there on military police. Alright. Oh, wow, that's a lot of basilisks. Okay. It's a lot of basilisks. Now, the basilisks, they have a lot... They look super fearsome. They have a lot of health. And their damage looks really nasty, but their armor is really low. And their health... they have a lot of health, but like they are only 1 figure again. And they have very low armor, so they kind of are like damage soaks. Now that's it, is there anything I can do here? I could save some of my magic for healing. Prayer would not be bad either, just to get... It's probably not bad to use prayer here. Yeah, we'll just prayer here, because that'll give us extra chance to hit and extra defense on everybody. I can also... Let's see. 1, 2... I can also kite backwards here a little bit, too. Everybody has 2 movement, so... okay, maybe that was not... Maybe that wasn't necessary. Yeah, so they do have low defense. So, okay, yeah, okay. These units are rather strong. Okay, maybe I was a little more worried than I needed to be there. I found another wand. Okay, this is not as good as the wand we have. I don't think I need to keep 2 wands. 2 attack, plus 10 spell skill, disintegrate times 2. They're about the same, I think. Because they both have plus 10 spell skill. I don't know what... I think the disintegrate makes that one better, though. Okay, we'll take that. Now we have just absurd mess. So now we don't have to worry. We can just put everything into skill. I'm still putting one mana into okay, I can't seem to get rid of that 1 magic point. Okay, well this way we'll increase our casting skill pretty fast. We also might want to finish the spell we're researching. We need 118. I can do that pretty soon if I want. Okay, anyway, you can start walking down in this direction, I guess. Well, now we have enough money, we can just buy the sawmill, because we have a lot of money. Okay, we have like 30 production, so we don't have quite enough to do that. Alright, well, whatever. Library. No, that's the same price, isn't it? No, library is slightly cheaper. Whatever. Let's do this. I can't not build this. Whatever. Okay. Sawmill. I hate dumping money into a Klackon city, but I want to build the units for military police here. We actually have extra food now. So we can do this. Aha! 2 production! 2 production! Haha! I checked that, right? Yeah, there's a Colossus in there. Alright, yeah, so we're losing 37 mana per turn, but like, yeah. But yeah, we're pretty set. Alright, so now these guys will clear this. I'm moving my summoning circle here, and then I'm going to be summoning some magic spirits while the army ferries itself down to Southern Island. And now we're making 114 gold per turn. So like, Klackons just are not good. They're just not good to have as the unit. Sister cast just... Okay, I guess the last AI in the game... What? Okay. That's the green AI, by the way. So, the AI in this game, it's just basically impossible to stay friendly with them long term. Like, it's just not really possible. They will... Once you get to a certain size, the AI will start doing this every 4 turns. Every 4 turns, they'll roll a die. I think it's a 1 to 25. And if they roll a 1, they declare war. And they'll do that every 4 turns. You have like 1 in 25 odds of being attacked every 4 turns. And that's for every AI once you hit a certain point in the game. Why is this in the game? I have no idea. But it just makes it so it's impossible to stay peaceful with them. Like, they will always attack you eventually. Plus, on top of that, like, there's not much point with being friends with them. Because, like, the only way to win the game is to either kill them all or do the Spell of Mastery. So, like, what is the point of being friends with them? You can't ever... all you can ever do is just get, like, a temporary reprieve. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, I think we can... I think we have some spare food, so we can dial this up. Oh, I guess we didn't. Alright, Marketplace. Farmer's Market. That looks good there. Summoning Circle. We're going to move it over here. Very important to be able to move your Summoning Circle. Otherwise, you're stuck... it's one of those spells that, like, you're pretty much always going to have access to, but if you don't, it's... until you have it, it's pretty annoying. Alright, so we have a road there. Let's start getting a road down here. Yeah, every AI is erratic. Can you encourage the Klakons to not be in that city? No. I could destroy the city by training... if you starve it... If you just keep training settlers and starve it, eventually you could get rid of it, but like it's not worthwhile to do that. They actually came with... They actually has really good production, because that's the Miners Guild already, and Klakons are naturally productive. So we could get even more research out of there if we needed to. Alright, let's see if we can get her to declare war. See, she's dropped down to unease. It's only a matter of time until she attacks us. She won't allow me to declare war. See, it's only a matter of time until she attacks too. Like, have I made even the... I have not made even the most flimsy of aggressive moves towards her, and she still is, like, getting ready to declare war. It's only a matter of time. That said, all she has in my territory is a random sword, and I'm confident I can deal with that, so I'm not too worried. Anyway, so yeah, let's go get this. Let's summon another magic spirit, because we're going to want to take this over. Still increasing that casting skill. I discussed this in the first session, but if you're unfamiliar, how does this work? So right now we're at 43 casting skill. We have to spend double this to increase our casting skill. So if we spend 86 points on skill, it'll go up to 44, and then if we spend 88, it'll go up to 45. Thankfully, this is the only mechanic in the game that has overflow. So like if we put 58 in this turn, that will overflow to the next turn. So we're basically increasing our casting skill about every... We're like increasing like 2 points every 3 turns right now, something like that. Again, we want to get that up faster, so the faster we can do that, the more spells we can cast. Anyway, and then, yeah, well, we'll probably rush by this farmer's market too, because I have the money. I'm certainly not hurting. And then that would also solve... You know what? Let's just do it. I want to get this... I'm trying to build up this spot, as you guys know. Alright, so the sword, that's 30... And then the library is 60. And that gets us to the farmer's market because we're over half. Okay, and then we can do all farmers this turn for extra food. Okay. Monty. I think we already fought gargoyles. I think we can deal with gargoyles. Okay, this is like the same encounter we had earlier. But now we're like a lot stronger because before we didn't have Lionheart. Now we have Lionheart. Yeah, well. Bye. I think you know how it goes at this point. Alright, that guy is basically dead. That guy is dead. Pizarro just gets to watch. It's amusing how he doesn't do anything. Alright, now these guys... The gargoyle would be in range to attack us, so... That guy, we have another turn before he reaches us, so... Like, they just can't get close enough to kill us before they're all dead. This guy could actually attack. Let's just not risk it. I could have waited to see if we actually killed that guy. I just didn't want to risk it. Remember, he is very fragile. This guy does not have a lot of defense. 8 defense, or 9 defense is not that much, and he only has 8 health. It's not a lot. Well, he actually ran himself out of magic. Oh, no, he still has magic points. Oh, well. Not a sword. Okay. That's not as good as what Pizarro has. I wish we had gotten a different reward. Yeah, that's kind of it's nowhere near as good as the one that he has. I wish we had gotten a spell or something, but you know, sometimes you get better rewards than others. You can actually save scum that as well. Like you can save before the battle, fight it, and then reload and fight it again and get a different reward. Hey, Garance, glad you managed to catch this. You played this one for years. It's the Bane Sword. Is that what it was? Was that what it was actually called? Whoops, wrong thing. It's under armies. Yeah, unfortunately it's not very good. There's like I think there's like about 120 different items in this game, and then you can of course create your own. Alright, so we've reached the Arctic again. I got tons of gold. Okay, so yeah, you're just building units to defend for your own military police. I might just do that for a little while so that the city is not so unhappy. Every 2 units is 1 military police. So anyway, we are summoning a magic spirit for that. Now let's, we'll head back and we're going to go get this tower here and then go grab this city of lizard men. Not that this city is any good either, but better than nothing. Once these towns hit size 2, as I said, I'm going to rush by a settler and drop one here. I may probably get one out of each city, to be honest. You can't, by the way, you can't put cities on nodes, because there's actually room for a pretty good city over here. Interesting that this is not an allowable spot. Yeah, well, how about right here, size 19? This city here could build ships. You know, they're pretty comparable, but this one could build ships. They would both have access to the iron ore, so maybe this spot here. Just because I do like being able to build ships. And there is a late game building you can build that's only on the coast that gives you a big bonus to trade. And then there's room for like another city over here. Yeah, I think I like that spot right there. So probably double expand, as I said, here and then up there. One out of each of those 2 cities over here. Just because they're close enough that then I don't have to ferry them over. And remember, every city is a source of additional set of buildings. You want as many cities as possible in this game. It's like Master Ryan. You want as many cities as you can get. Alrighty. Let's see. How close are we to size 7 where we need another? Okay, we need to build the shrine next because we're going to need a happiness building. That looks good. It should hit that about the time that it needs it. Oh, wow. Double farmers market. So we just got a big influx of food. Let's see. So we'll do the, how close are, same thing. How close? You do not need the shrine yet because you'll be happy enough. Sawmill sounds good. And you can also, oh yeah, that's right. We can give you the extra, oh, now we're negative on food. Even with us building those food buildings, we're still negative on food. I'll solve that in a second. Alrighty, so you are going to go over here and merge with that node. Thank you for your sacrifice. As I continue building roads. So these slingers, they a lot of them are, I think they're almost all just naturally elite right now. Only this last one is still not naturally elite. And Cortez has gotten 125 experience, so we're actually no longer paying for his heroism enchantment either. That's like expired. He just naturally has hit that point. Whereas I still need it for Pizarro, although he's getting close. It's at 120. They no longer need it anymore. I really wish I could get a shield or a relic for these guys. But anyway, off we go. Building the road over there. Yeah, you just chill for right now. Gotta make sure we defog the entire Antarctic. We can't leave a stone unturned in our exploration of the Antarctic. Okay. You're fine there. What's the maintenance on this clack on spear anyway? Okay, just 1 food. We're making do on kind of like a shoestring army as well. We really don't have that many units. Okay. There we go. We can get a little bit of food back there. No, I want to keep that going there. I guess I need that. Okay. We are almost done, by the way, on this Miners Guild in the capital. I knew that I was almost finished there. And then the Parthenon's going to be worth 4 mana. Isn't that 4 mana each? Or no, 3 mana. So it looks like we get the next Unhappy Face at size 12, I think. We can, of course, adjust the tax rate, but I'm fine with the tax rate we're running. Alright, we also can cast another spell. Oh, we can do Enchant Item. Well, I did want to get some magic spirits out because I'm going to break open the barrier to the other plane. I want to start exploring it. So I'll do some more magic spirits. Then I can do enchant item. Let's get like 3 magic spirits. All right, there we go. So now we increased our production by another 50%. So remember at the start of the game, the workers, well, it doesn't update this. At the start of the game, the workers are 2 production per worker. But now that we have the Foresters Guild, we have the Sawmill and Foresters Guild. So this one's 25%. This is another 25%. And then the Miners Guild is 50%. Each one of these is now worth 4 production. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, and then we get a small bonus from the terrain as well. So yeah, we have good production here. 40 per turn. We could do the Parthenon in 10 turns. But I don't think we need the happiness yet. So why don't we do the Alchemist Guild? We can probably dial this back slightly too. Just making our way through the... we're doing all the econ buildings. If I wanted the military buildings, I think maybe since we're not really being pressed militarily by anyone, maybe we just skip pikes and try to go straight to what are they called? Paladins. Yeah, I mean, we can just stay on the econ buildings for now. We're not under any military threat. As long as that's the case, I'll just stay on them. Wait, what the? Why did that? Oh, I moved it. The spearmen moved out of the city. Anyway. I was like, why did it only move one tile? But it was grouped with the spear and then moved out of the city. Anyway, so you're building a road here to the tower. And then also indirectly over to here. We'll take over this southern island first, and then we can go creeping and taking over stuff on the other plane too. Alright, so you are going to merge in here. Now, I'm aware I'm at war with the green AI, but I have not seen any units from the green AI, and they're pretty far away from me, so I'm not too scared. Okay, done. I could probably just put that on patrol. Alright, and then these ships are ready. So we're -1 food deficit. Let's get another magic spirit. And then I want a third one. I think 3 will be... Actually, maybe we should do 4. 4 can defog the other map pretty quickly. And it's not like I'm hurting on mana here. Now, I do need to fix this food, though. Always having to go into cities and manage the food. There we go. We're able to pull another extra tidbit of food there. Alright, meanwhile, these are getting close to size 2. I'll probably buy their smithies just so that they don't waste the production they've put in, and then put them on double settlers. It's not like the smithies are very expensive, and then they can do marketplaces after that. Alright, so first things first, let's group all these magic spirits together. Because they're going to have to pass through this little choke point of the tower. Get you back in there. What's this tile? Okay, unfortunately I have to wait a turn there. Yep. Unfortunately it's all forested here, so we can't make our way through any faster. There we go. Alright. What do we get here? So, we go from 59 power to 67. We rolled an 8. Nice. So yeah, our casting skill is increasing quite quickly. I think we should finish the spell we're researching though. So we only need 60 for our research cost. So let's do that. We need 60. That'll finish it. Remember, there's no overflow on research, so you don't want to waste if you can avoid it. Just like there's no production overflow, there's no research overflow in this game. I mean, we're burning through that mana pretty fast, but we have so much gold it doesn't really matter. Again, it's one of the reasons why I think Alchemist is so strong, and just being able to convert gold to mana at a 1-to-1 ratio is really, really nice. Because, like, okay, we're minus 37 mana, but, like, we're 111 gold, so it doesn't really matter. It's really easy to make that swap from one to the next. Anyway, yeah, so I'll wait one more turn, and then I'll rush by these. Alright, so we finished plane shift, so we can now shift between planes. Okay, that's not a very good one. Let's see. Let's get some of the cheaper ones. Actually, Resurrection could be handy. Dispel Evil's not very good. You can just try to outright kill chaos or death units, but like we're not really having trouble killing these. We've already killed some fairly strong death units. Well, we'll just do Dispel Magic, because that'll let us see another spell to research. I don't really want to prevent all travel across planes. I want to be able to travel. We could also summon this. I don't think we want to use Summon Hero, though. This summons a low-level hero. We don't really need a low-level one. We already have 2 heroes. So yeah, we'll just do Dispel Magic. Now that only costs 100. So let's just do 2 turns of 50 research. Can we do that? Yeah, 2 turns of 50 research. That'll be no lost beakers, or whatever they're called. Alright, almost done there. Alright, our magic spirits. One more magic spirit. Alright, that's it for magic spirits. And no, I'm not grouping them together. Making sure they're not grouped together. These guys will spread out and scout on the other plane. Alright, we got 2 of these guys. I think we're going to keep building the spearmen, honestly. Oh, we can now 1-turn them. Very nice. I want to keep building them until I can repress some of the unhappiness here. Eventually there's a skill, and I can also, use them to garrison these towns. Let's get at least 4 of them. Again, there's 4 unhappy faces. You might say, well, why not just build more religious buildings? Again, they can't build anything beyond shrines. That's why these guys are so frustrating. They don't play well with others. Let's at least get 4 of these, because, as I said, I can use them to garrison the other areas. Alright. Okay, I guess we just have to move these guys. The builders are building this turn. Okay, well now the builders are done. Unfortunately, they can't. I have to move this sword out of the way, or else the builders can't move on this tile. Alright, the magic spirits are just ready to go. And the ships are ready to go too. I love it when the logistics come together. Alright. The Klackon Spears are basically free. They do cost 1 food to maintain, but they unlock, for building 2 of them, I unlock another one of these guys, so yeah, they are almost free. Not completely. Alrighty, over here, I said I was going to rush by these. Alright. Barrack Smithy. Okay. And like that'll go to size 2. Looks like this one's not growing quite as fast for whatever reason. Alright. So now I can't, if I were to finish the settler at size 1, it would actually disband the city. So I can't actually finish that, but I can start the settler. And here, this one actually grew to size 2, so we can rush by that shortly. Again, with all this money we have. I have one of these magic spirits exploring the Arctic and one doing the Antarctic. Alright. Patrol for right now. Alrighty. Let's go get this. What is it? Phantom Beast? Phantom Beasts are like the worst matchup possible for like, they have no defense at all, so they just get absolutely shredded by slingers. Okay, good. I wanted to see more units. I wanted to see lots of enemy units, because the harder these units are to kill, the better the reward. Whenever you take over a tower for the first time, you always get a spell, so we'll get something. Now, again, these guys look super dangerous, and they deal a lot of damage. Like, they hurt when they hit you, because they have this illusion. They ignore the defender's armor entirely. Very, very nasty. But they have no defense. They have literally no defense at all. So they take incredible amounts of damage. See? Yeah, they can deal out damage, but they sure can't take a hit. They have a glass jaw like you wouldn't believe. So, yep. They're a summon that can be used by blue magic, by sorcery. A great summon, because they're just cheap disposable units, but yeah. Invulnerable. Oh, we got an item. That's good. Oh my god! This is an amazing armor. Plus 6 defense, plus 4 movement, plus 6 resistance, and endurance. Oh my god, well, we're going to put this on our melee dude. Jeez, this is a good armor. Okay, now he can actually go fight people. I still would like him to get more health. He still only has 9 health. It might be worth dumping a Lionheart spell on him just so he gets 3 more health. But now he has 21 defense, and that's actually pretty hard to get through 21 defense. Oh my god, okay. Nice. That's... Yeah, did that say plus 4? Yes, he now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 7 movement now. I am not making that up. Pizarro now has 7 movement. We also have... You know what? I can put Invulnerability on him as well. Invulnerability is a very, very nasty spell. Again, White Magic. I love White Magic. It has so many good spells. You put Lionheart plus Invulnerability. We've already seen what Lionheart does, right? Adds 3 to the target's attack, health, and resistance. Invulnerability is awesome. Target is resistant to the damage from non-magical attacks. The first 2 hits sustained are ignored. You just don't take the damage from the first 2 hits. So, and that is, again, on a per figure basis. No, this is a new spell. This is what we found in the tower. This is on a per figure basis. So if something attacks that has like 4 units in there, the first one rolls its attack. Well, let's say it gets 2 hits. Both canceled out. The second one makes its attack. 1 hit gets through. Canceled out. So really, really, really good. Especially against things that have multiple figures. Not as good against like the Basilisk. But yeah, let's just, you know what? We're going to dump Lionheart and Invulnerability on this unit. We're just going to make him like unkillable. Why not? We're not doing anything else with our spells right now. Well, we could also try to create an item, just out of curiosity. So we can create items in here if you wanted to. So like we can add, unfortunately you can't add health with this. So yeah, we could add, oh wait, what's this? We can, oh, here's the miscellaneous one. So like if we wanted to add +2 attack, we could +5 spell skill, but like you can look at the cost, 850. If we want to do that. I think we're okay to just get items from clearing lairs. So I think we'll just cancel this. Alright, let's start. We'll start by doing good old Lionheart, and then we'll do Invulnerability after that. Alright, done. We'll send them through next turn, because these guys are going to hop on the boats next turn. Cool. Well, this has certainly been a very productive session. Alright, we have extra food. So we can make use of that extra food somewhere. You're already working on your farmer's market. How about here? Oh, yeah, that cut 2 turns off. Nice. Okay. Not you. Oh, we actually can cut a turn off the Alchemist Guild. Cool. Alrighty, and yeah, we'll cast Lionheart. We're going to get that spell in 2 more turns. Dispel actually at the end of this turn. Again, it was a very cheap skill. Alright. So that will unlock a different spell. Okay, we now unlock True Sight. I mean, I'll do this one as well, just because I'm kind of hoping to get better spell options, but if we like clear out the bit, you know what, we should do Resurrection just in case one of our heroes dies. White Magic can bring a hero that dies back to life, so just in case we would lose a hero, we can get them back again. I'm not going to prioritize this though. I want to keep increasing my spell skill. So yeah, again, our casting skill. So right now, what do we need? We need 92 to increase our skill. So we do that like every turn and a half right now. And there's a bunch of nodes down here as well for us to take over, so hopefully we'll go grab them. Alrighty, we want you guys, let's see. They can each carry 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. So we can take all these guys. We can take you as well, why not? Oh, we have to split this up one at a time though. Okay, yeah, the game is a little wonky about moving units here. Alright. Like, it has trouble sometimes. Now, can we fit this on here as well? No. Okay, that's right. You can only carry 2. But heroes don't count for whatever reason. I don't quite understand why, but they don't. We actually can't put all of these together on the scene. Or I guess we could have put them both on the same tile. There is, again, that limit of 9 units can be grouped together at any one time. You know what we're going to do? We'll send you through and you can start exploring over here. All right. Magic Spirits, go! Now we can finally start using the plane button. All right, Magic Spirits, go. Spread out, my pretties, in all directions. Now we're on the plane of mirror. You guys all can build here. All right. Which looks like everything is like a brown color on the other plane. And yes, we have a map on the other plane as well. The towers take you through to exactly the same tile on the other plane. Like you can see, we're here. It's the same spot. And those builders are technically in like both planes at the same time. All right, we need a little bit more food. We actually can free up some food here and still one turn these guys. Yeah, the Clackons are insanely productive. All right, we have no shortage of money whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get these settlers done. We are overflowing with money. Barracks. All right. So again, we'll send this one. I think I'll send this one up in this direction. I could also get some engine. You know, I should probably also get another engineer for here. What did I say I wanted? I said I wanted one. Was it? It was on this tile here, the pop 15, because I thought that ocean access would be nice, and it's also in good position for the iron ore. Okay, so we'll send one up here, and then the other one is going to go on this tile right here, so it doesn't conflict. Yeah, then it will have minimal overlap with the other city there. Okay. And then we'll need more down here, but we'll get to that. Next turn we unload here, and then we attack this lizard, these very, very unfortunate lizardmen swords on the following turn. Sinkered Veil. Alright. Do we need the happiness? No, we should be okay. We're good until, I think, size 12, so we don't need the happiness. We should do the Forester's Guild. Actually, the Miners Guild is better. It's more expensive, but it's 50% as opposed to 25%. We don't need the food that badly. So, like, this is a long-term project, to be sure. But we'll let it work on that. Alright, you guys. Unload. Unload. I actually thought we would take another turn, but I forgot. These all have 2 movement points. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to need one of these to skedaddle back here. But I don't know that I need both of them. We might be able to go over here and, well, I don't know if we'll be able to clear the Colossus. That's probably not worth it. Alright, well, for right now, sucks to be you, lizard men. I'm sorry. I'm, like, actually sorry that I have to do this. If you're wondering why we didn't one-shot them, they do have 2 health, and they do have 6 figures. But, I mean, they're never going to get close enough to do anything before we just shoot them down. Maybe Pizarro will get to do something soon. Gain 1 fame. Alright. Now, lizard men are just terrible. They can't build so many buildings. Look at all the buildings. They can't build Animus Guilds. War College is a very advanced place. They can't do a builder's hall. They can't do libraries. They literally can't construct libraries. Now, their advantage is they get extra health and they can walk over water. But, like, they're so limited in what they can do. These guys they're just terrible. They're so bad. Oh my god, I do not want to waste food on these guys. Fine. I don't care. Just get your spears. You can just provide food for the rest of us. Alright, so we got the road done. Well, that's right, I need... Yeah, I do want to rebuild roads across this island, too. I forgot I can only carry 2 of them at a time. Oops, I needed the other ship down here. Well, that's okay. I can bring the other ship back. Oh, no, I can't. I already ended its turn. Oh, well. You'll just have to wait there for a turn then. By the way, if you hit the done command, you can't undo it. I hit the done command for both of them. If you hit done, you cannot undo it. Like, once you make that decision, it's final. You're stuck. Let's send you out ahead to scout here. I still have Lionheart going. I was considering giving +1 movement to this settler just so it could get to its destination faster. Oh, we found a neutral city. What's in here? Draconians. Not very well advanced Draconians, but their thing is all their units fly and breathe fire. The mirror races are stronger than the base races. They also provide innate magical power too. All the mirror races are stronger than the default ones, but you can't start in mirror normally. There's also an AI who started in mirror. All right. So we can rush by the settler next turn. You need to go back to your marketplace. I'm sorry I hit you up for population there. Hit you up for the settler, but I did want to get cracking there. And then I'm probably gonna hit these 2 cities up for population again. I probably can fit 3 cities down here, and I might as well. I don't need to like cram them in every nook and cranny, but there's definitely room for some good ones. For the time being, though, we're gonna use the stack to go take. Oh, I need. I should probably move the summoning circle here so I can get magic spirits to take over these nodes too. I forgot about that. All right, -1 food. We need a piece of food from somewhere. Also, what is going on here? Shaman and cavalry. I'm not too concerned about that, but I'm still wish that they were not here. I do not like the AI having units in my territory. All right, I think we can. I was hoping I could just lower that. Oh, you are unhappy? Well, that'll get fixed soon enough. There's a reason why I was building the shrine. Okay, here we go. We have extra food here at the capital. Alright, Alchemist Guild done. We probably do need the Parthenon to stay happy. Good news is we can build it pretty fast. Lionheart, okay. On the slingers, no. On Bizarro. Now we need to move our summoning circle. You get in there. You guys can pop on out. And I guess this should probably stick with these guys. All right, so you patrol. I'll just buy the stupid spearmen. All right. 1, 2. So these guys are gonna serve as the defenders / military police. All right, now what's the fastest way to get? Is it 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3. It's the same distance either way. Let's move on the road or not move on the road. All right. What else can we find? Oh, there's another node. Oh, adamantium. Oh, adamantium. Even stronger than mithril. We got to get a slinger. We got to get a halfling city here. No, we didn't get around to killing Godzilla. Godzilla is still a little dicey for us. I think we could kill it, but we would suffer losses in the process. My army's also out of position to fight that. Yeah, so mithril, this is just like mithril, but it's +2 instead of +1. It's a little bit more of a long-term project, but yeah. Okay. Okay, you can surely free up some food here. Nope, apparently not, if we want to get that done faster. Slow you down just for the time being. We have also run down our magic surplus here. Wait, did I? Oh, I still need to rush by this settler. Because oh, this just hit size 2. That's right. It just hit size 2 on this turn, so I couldn't have gotten this any sooner. All right, barracks is half of settler, so there we go. Okay. All right, we'll just keep chugging along. We're moving our summoning circle down here, and then we're gonna get. I guess we need 3 of these because there's 3 nature nodes. No, 4 nodes here. Although one of them is a sky drake. Actually, we could probably kill a sky drake, maybe. They're immune to magic, which is what makes them so nasty, but we have so much range attack, we might be able to. Maybe. What's the stats on? Hold on, let me look at the stats on the Sky Drake. They are very, very nasty. They're one of the strong. They're kind of seen as being like the strongest unit in the game. If you want to see their stats real quick. Let's see. So we would on average do 5 damage. They get close on average. Yeah, we could actually kill the Sky Drake. Not if there's like 3 or 4 of them. If there's one, we can kill it. Yeah, we could actually kill it. As insane as this is, we just have to make sure we don't get attacked by it. We could actually kill the Sky Drake. That would be cool. They are very, very strong, and they're immune to magic, which is part of the reason why they're so nasty. Yeah, I mean, I guess if I could get back over here, I could maybe deal. The problem with the Great Worms is they basically have teleportation. They can just jump anywhere on the battlefield, which is really scary because they could just immediately teleport. They technically go through the ground, but it's basically teleportation. They basically just slip through the ground, and then they can just take over. Like they can just kill whatever they want at that point. Anyway, here we've built all the buildings except the cathedral and the shipwrights guild, but like that doesn't lead to anything for halflings. There are more buildings that go beyond this, but halflings can't build them. Halflings have a somewhat limited number of things they can do. So, I mean, we'll just do the cathedral, I guess. I mean, this is not a fast build, but we might as well. Well, alternately, you know what we'll do? We'll build this so that we can do. Oh, by the way, we can curtail this a bit, just so I can build a slinger or 2. I just would like to build 1 or 2 slingers and move them up to the north, so that if this idiot AI declares war, I have a slinger ready to fight them, just in case. All right, so here, this is the one that has the mithril that we've been slowly developing. I think we need the shrine next. Yeah, we need the shrine because it's going to be unhappy otherwise. And we should be able to get that done before it grows. Like right around, it's going to take 6 turns to grow to size 7, 6 turns for the shrine. All right, summoning circle. Cool. All right, so what's in here? Basilisk. We've already fought Basilisk. We can definitely take that out. Only 1 Basilisk. The rest are Warbears. Warbears are not very scary. Warbears are very low level nature. They're good for the early game, but like they are not strong. They naturally only have 3 armor, but they get +2 for being in a nature node. But I mean, we know what I mean, come on. If we can take out half of a basilisk, then apparently we can. Okay. It feels like I'm wasting an attack there. Do I want to let Pizarro actually get some combat experience? The answer is no. Why take damage when I don't have to? Once he has invulnerability, I'll let him hit something. But without invulnerability, there's no point. I mean, we can just do this, so why not? Okay, that didn't give us much of anything, but... Alright. Now you are just such a useless spot. I mean, I guess we'll do the Builder's Hall. I really don't care about this city, though. Like, I really don't care about this city. There we go. I actually wanted to do it in this order. I wanted to provide food for the rest of the Empire. Because I just don't care about this one. Alright, unload you. And then you guys, I mean, I guess I'm going to need you to load these forces back up. And, like, head back I mean, we could always try to come up here and fight these guys. Maybe if I could get another slinger or two. My parents were away in Florida, and they came back before this snowstorm we're supposed to get. I'm just going to tell them that they made it back safely. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll just keep these ships here for the moment. I'll find a spot to put them in. Okay, so yeah, we had 2 guys there. Okay, yes. So you guys can now come down for this next settler that we're going to make. Why did it only move 1 tile instead of 2? It should have been... Oh, it wasn't on the road. That's right. I did not move on the road. Okay. Well, whatever. All right. This... let's go ahead and get the magic spirit. I'm actually going to cast the faster movement on this settler because it is a long way to walk. Whereas the faster endurance. We'll get that next turn. Okay. Here we go, and we can merge there next turn. Must defog the Antarctic. Alright, let's see what's... Phantom Beasts. Again, easy, pretty easy for us to kill. Oh, 50 mana crystals. That's the kind of thing that's fun to get at the beginning of the game, but is basically irrelevant now. Okay, well, we've already explored this whole island, so... And how close are we to the bottom of the map? Pretty close. But hey, we got 50 mana crystals, so... we're not that close to finishing Resurrection at the moment. We're 73 power base now. How are we doing compared to the AIs? I think we're starting to accelerate past them now, unsurprisingly. Yeah, we're actually leading in magic power and research and our army strength, even though we have a very small army is beating them. The last fight, was that a battle or were you hunting bears? Yeah, something like that. Okay, yeah, we still have all this money. I'm like struggling to be able to spend all my money. Which is a good place to be. Alright, after this we can probably stop building spears. I will probably buy the Builder's Hall here just because it's basic infrastructure. Okay. Alright, again, it won't get the extra movement until next turn. Okay, where are we going next? Now, there is a Warbear cave up here. What's the most efficient way to go through this area? Probably to go down here and then, like, rotate around. Yeah, probably, like, go in a counterclockwise circle. So what's in here? Okay, I think we can handle zombies. Okay. You know what? Yeah, okay. Bye. Okay. Well, 50 gold is 50 gold. Alright, we're at 73 magic power, and we rolled 8. Another 8 magic power. Cool. So we're putting 81 skill. Our casting skill is actually going up fairly quickly at this point. I'm not quite getting 1 casting skill per turn, but it's going up fast. Again, I want to be able to spend my mana faster. That's why I'm dumping everything in here. I have the spells I want to cast. I just need to spend it faster. Okay, what's next? Well, we're going to take that camp. We're going to take this camp soon. So we'll get War Bears. Okay, so let's get another Magic Spirit. Start heading down there. Because I need to cast it now because I have to, you know, there's travel time to get down there. Alright, here we'll get this stupid... And now here I can actually do the spear into the sword, into the... Oh, I can't get anything. Oh, into the set... No, settlers are very... Look how expensive these settlers are. 120 for Lizardman settlers. I don't even want Lizardman settlers. We'll get the Builder's Hall at least. Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to pick these guys up. Probably somewhere over here. Then again, maybe not. I'll just put these on patrol for right now until I need them. Alright, and we can finally stop building Clack-on spears out of here. I mean, we can do the library. Gives us more research. These guys do have a lot of production. There's no shortage of production. Alright. And patrol. You do not get the benefit of endurance until next turn. I think that's a little bit of a bug, that you don't get the benefits until the following turn after casting the spell. Anyway, these guys are defogging the map really nicely, as you'd expect, with 4 of them flying around. You can see on Mirror we've got... Obviously it's going to take a while to defog the map, but, you know, information is always important in this game. Should we start building another army? I mean, I'm starting... As I said, I'm going to try to get the basics of one. I would like to get some more. Again, over here, we're working our way up towards that alchemist. I'd like to get most of the slingers out of here, but I can maybe get one out of there. The capital needs a happiness building. I'm working slowly towards paladins here. I have to get all the way to cathedral. It's cathedral plus war college unlocks them. So, like, you have to build basically every building in order to get the paladins unlocked. So we're working towards them, but it's a slow process. Anyway, I need to find one food somewhere. Nope, not that. Apparently we hit a rounding interval there or something. Okay, you know what? We'll just do this. And that'll get us 3 more food. We're not hurting on gold. We really are not hurting on gold right now. I'm splashing it around like a drunken sailor. But it's there to be spent. It's not like we... And like we would... We're not lacking for finding heroes. Alright, I mean, I guess we'll do the granary here as well. Anyway, there's the shrine. Keep this city happy. Let's see. We might as well do the library. It's very cheap. Gets 15, so we can do it in 4 turns. Alright, now this city probably wants its sawmill. Or how close is it to needing a shrine? It's not close to needing a shrine. Also, we should have it get at least a little production here. Alrighty, now the question is, where do I want to build these roads towards? We definitely want a city down here. So let's move here and... Because, like, this river valley down here is quite fertile. It'll be, like, a nice spot for a city. So, again, these poor little towns up here are going to have to be hit up for settlers again, because they're the only thing in any reasonable time. I'll put you on Marketplace, but in all honesty, you're probably just going to get hit up for more settlers. We have money. We can buy your buildings. But, like, somewhere down here... Oops, I wanted the surveyor. I mean, like, this is a really nice spot for a city. Somewhere like over here. Like, that's really good base numbers. I have the iron ore for cheaper units. I wish that I had stuff like this earlier at my start, but... Anyway. Let's get one more magic spirit. We're going to need another one down here. And then I'll start casting invulnerability. Okay, patrol. Yeah, you're going to be on this tile. You are over here. We also need to finish that road at some point. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Running down the roads. You can hang out there on the tower, I think. By the way, all roads on Mirror are magical roads. Oh, what's this? This is a neutral city. It's a very well-defended one. Beastman. Beastman City. Alright, okay, we're negative food yet again. I don't suppose I can dial this down at all. Oh, I'm so close to being able to dial that down. No, this one I measured out. Alright, we'll just do that for extra food. So we're gonna need names for these. We're gonna need names for these 2 cities, just FYI. So keep that in mind, guys. Clack-on cities. The game's greatest race, the Clackons. 1, 2, 3. On next turn, we'll need them. Okay, I already built a road here. All right, let's grab another node here. Yeah, I think we got this. I mean, as much damage as this guy does, like even though he has the 18 attack, he still doesn't do as much damage as these slingers because they have so many so many slingers. There's 8 slingers that get attacks. Okay. I mean, again, someday Pizarro will get to hit something, but today is not that day. Found a shield. Okay, cool. Oh, he can't use it. Okay. Well, it's not as good as this. Someone can probably use this. Shield of Evasion. Whatever. It's another node. We'll be able to merge on it next turn. We did explore this, didn't we? Doombat. We could definitely take that over. If I could get my army to that island. Apparently there's something in the map generation that causes it to like to make these little one-tile islands that have towers on it. Great Worm. Okay, again, I have more money to spend. Whatever, we'll just buy it. I have so much money. So I guess I should probably dump it over here. Yeah, we'll just speed this up a bit. Here we go. Speed this up for a turn. Alright, library. Farmer's market, I guess. Apparently we can do the farmer's market. Again, the Clackons are super productive. But does it make sense to build slingers when I could just get them out of the place that has the alchemist guild? Probably not. We should probably just put these guys on that cathedral. That is a long build. Alright. Do you need the Shrine for Happiness? I don't think so. No, you're good for right now. So do the marketplace then. I really do not care about you, as I've said. Alright, Slinger Central. So what do we need? We need the library, and then that gets to the Sage Guild, which leads to the Alchemist. I'm just going to rush by this here, too. Alright. El Dorado and Doe, or... That's too confusing, but I will do El Dorado for one of these. How about this one over here? Because this one has the iron ore. So now I need we'll do El Dorado, which does not have gold. Of course, the real El Dorado didn't have it either. No, Global Excess Food gives you a very small amount of gold. It gives you a little bit of extra money, but that's all it does. So anyway, we do need a name for this one as well. I'll give this a second for this one. I'm not doing El Dorado and Do El Rado. That's I would get confused on that. Gateway, sure. Works for me. Alrighty. Yeah, if we're gonna do a city down here, we'll want a road over here. Alright. Let's see how much we get from this one. We're 78. 80. We've been getting good dice rolls on all of these. It's so funny that the first two, which are the most important ones, are the ones that gave me the bad dice rolls. I'm just very amused by that. Alright. Anyway. And there's an AI on this plane as well. Okay, 9 food. We can dial up the production here a little bit. 3 food. 0 food. Okay. I'm still probably going to rush by that. Alright, you guys have not regrown enough to produce more settlers, but we're working on it. And then I can dump... Yeah, I'll maybe figure it out off stream specifically where. Alright, I'm about to stop this streaming session too, because it's been going on for almost 3 hours. Buzz Kirkington. Let's see if we can kill the Sky Drake here. Wait, what the hell? You're attacking me. Oh, no, no, no. You don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. You're actually attacking me? Okay. Well, you're about to see the best spearman of your life. So, she actually did attack me, so that means I need to go. Alright, or is this a No, this is just a random wandering monster. Alright. Well, now our spears have a lot. We just pumped up our spears. And now we just dumpstered the warbears. And this is why... this is why having a lot of casting skill is good, because the higher your casting skill, the more spells you can cast in combat. Alright, so we want this on Pizarro. Alrighty. So Pizarro is loaded up with enchantments right now. He's got Lionheart. He's got Invulnerability. He has 21 defense. Still has relatively low health. Only has 12 health. I wish he had something that gave him more health instead of Noble. I certainly don't need the 10 gold per turn from Noble. Alright, apparently we can't... I thought Tundra you could move through. Apparently Tundra requires 2 turns to move through. But all the other tiles would have taken just as long. So we'll do one more turn and see if we can actually get this. We also are going to need another Magic Spirit for over there. But I think we have a little time. Okay, so I actually have a bit of a break here where I could actually cast something. Even now, Tundra tiles haunt me. I know, right? Maybe we could do... maybe this would be a time we could do an enchant item. If I were to get something... even more movement. No, we don't need more movement. Bless. We don't need the Bless spell. We don't need Endurance. We don't need either of those. +3 attack, +3 defense, and just shove this on our dude. Sure. 850. That's going to take too long. That's going to take too long. Okay, cancel. We could get something for Cortez, though. I wouldn't mind increasing his casting skill. So what is he? He doesn't have... Oh, he can have 2 relic slots. Okay. What if we just increase his casting... No, no, cancel it. Yes. I wasn't actually trying to cast that spell. Okay, miscellaneous. +5, and then, like... Okay. What about +2 defense? We'll just take the +5 spell skill, I think. Well, that's not that great. What if we increased... Actually, we should increase his attack. He almost never gets hit. Alright, we'll do this. That's gonna tie us up for quite a while on a spell casting. Look at that. That's a long... no, again, that's too long. I keep changing my mind. It's too many turns. There's just too many turns. But we should be casting something. I'll cast Lionheart on Cortez. Give him more health. Why not? Okay. Make sure he doesn't make it so he's less likely to die. We do need another Magic Spirit. It's true, but I won't need it until I get all the way over here, which I probably have time to cast another spell in that time frame. Also, let's see if we're gonna... Let's put one of these ships up here, and another one we'll put over here, because if something pops out of that city, I don't want to walk all the way over there. Like if a settler comes out of there, I don't want to walk all the way over there. Anyway, so the outposts are under production. We can get some lizardman spears to guard them or something. I don't... Just because that's close. Alright, Tokyo. Just like a little... All right, we'll do the Foresters Guild here. So you're good on happiness for the time being. As I said, all right, 1, 2, 3. Where was the tile I liked for a city? I think it was like right here, or maybe it was right here. I think it was right here. Slightly lower bonus, but I do like it when things are next to the water. Okay. So why don't you go here and build a road there? All right. Let's see let's see what's in here. Again, it's not going to work if there's like 4 Sky Drakes in here. But if there's 1, we can kill it. There's only 1. We can kill that. We can kill it. Look at that. You move backwards. Oh yeah, look at that. It's one of the... I just want to point out, that's one of the strongest creatures in the game. I should have highlighted its stats for you. Now, I do not want to fight these guys with Pizarro, because these guys ignore defense, remember. Their illusion ability ignores defenders and armor. So they could actually hurt quite a bit if Pizarro fought them. But they cannot take a hit at all. Alright, we should get something pretty good in here. We got another spell. Okay. I was hoping that we would find some, like, really cool artifact or something, but we still got another... We got a spell. I don't think it was a particularly great spell, but... Okay, I mean, we still killed that thing, and we get another node. Where is Recall Hero? Instantly summons the target hero to your summoning. So you can basically pull a hero out of combat if it looks like they're going to die. It's actually not amazing. Okay, well, I was hoping we might get something a little bit better than that, but it's okay. We did kill a Sky Drake. I recall that hero. Oh, there's another node there. I gotta see what's inside. Get the scouting report. Okay, well, good stuff. We got another node, and then we'll take over that one. We're gonna keep grabbing all of these. Clear out this island. Dump probably 3 cities down here. One over here, probably 1 up here, and then like 1 over here. And then we just got like another part of the map that's completely under our control. And yeah, apparently that wasn't the AI. Apparently that was just a rampaging beast. Anyway, once we have all of this under our control, we probably don't need to keep founding cities. We can probably just start taking neutral cities in the AI's cities. So I'll probably set up cities on this island, but I don't think I'm going to bother to do so afterwards. There's not much point. We can just win the game by killing AI units. Oh yeah, and I wanted to just keep pumping this city here. We're just going to rush by this. And we'll get like 2 more slingers out of here. And then I can also... The capital is pushing towards paladins. I'd like to have a couple paladins as well, just so I can show that unit. We don't need too many more buildings. We need the cathedral, and I think we need the university as well. Yeah, because you need the university for War College. We need to do these 2 buildings. And then it's like military after that. I don't know if we'll even get a chance to deploy them before the game's over. But anyway, game's going super well. I mean, this game's basically over. Like, we're already ahead in magic power, and it's only going to get worse as the game goes on. Because the human player tends to get stronger as the game... Oh, if you're wondering what the bar graphs mean, it just takes these 3 and adds them together. Army strength is based on the total cost of all your units. Both mana cost and gold cost. Magic power is... where is magic? It's this, your power base, 86. So we're ahead in that. And then spell research is just the total number of spells you've researched. It takes those 3 categories and it adds them together, and that's where you are on the bar graph. So yeah, we're already ahead of the other AIs, and it's only going to get worse for them, because we should be able to just run our way through their cities without too much trouble. Stupid Clack. Why does it have to be Clackons? Although that's probably part of the reason why the AI is weak, because Clackons are bad. And then what race does the yellow AI... Oh, they're halflings as well. Okay. They actually have more infrastructure. The problem for yellow AI is they have 3 cities. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. All right, this is a good stopping point. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll pick this up again next week. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye, guys. Have fun.